Hello. Are we on? Yes.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to D20 Era, where we roll dice before our internet goes out. My name is Kate. I'm the DM.
My name is Alice. I play Tam, the half-orc bard. Jess is not here at the moment, but she's going to try and make it if she can.
Jules, you're muted.
Yeah. Alice,
I was too.
Yeah. Very, very good at this. Hi, my name is Jules, and I play Ren, the Elven Ranger.
I'm Maddie. I play Val, the Tiefling Druid.
My name is Miller, and I play Augie, the Human Paladin.
Woo! So, almost everyone. Jess is hopefully going to get some internet issues fixed, and then hopefully will join us. But for now, it's just going to be us, and we're going to have a Rick rolling time.
Don't.
Okay. Before we get started, we have a couple of announcements. Who wants to start?
Emotes.
Yeah.
We have one. When we reached affiliate, we were able to hit an emote, and I think I made this like a month ago. We just didn't stream for a while. We currently have one emote. It's for Nat Ones, which I think is very fitting. And I think if you're, I don't know who can use it. I know that we all can. I think if you're a moderator, you can. I don't know if you're a VIP, you can. But I know that if you're sub to us, you can use the emote. So, yeah, and the more subs we get, the more emotes we can use. And we're really close. I think we're really close. No, we just reached 100. On YouTube, we're close to 400. Yeah.
That's very exciting. I am going to be honest, I don't know much about technology, but the emote is very easy and simple to use, and I think it looks very chic on both light and dark mode. So you can definitely go check it out.
Okay. Also, the live post is active.
Amazing.
So reblog that. I don't want to say our next announcement until they're watching the stream. You know?
That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Discord. We have a Discord. Lots of things on the Discord. I'm really bad at this. Lots of channels. Wait, what is a Discord? Someone tell me.
Alice.
Someone else should have done this.
Okay. Discord. It's basically, you guys know what it is. It's where apparently Alice does not, but most of you should know what it is. We've had it for like 6 months. Where we can talk to you guys. It's basically where there are different channels for different things related to D20 Era, like announcements, memes. There's one where you can just message Kate about the story and the campaign and spoilery stuff, so we can't see it. Art. Yes, there's questions, and in a general chat we can all talk. I'm just owning up to it. We haven't been great with it. We have not been talking in it, but we're looking to, now that we have a lot more free time and we're able to do more with the resources we have, we're looking to become more active.
Yes, and my little brother is obsessed with Discord, so I'm slowly getting tips from him, and it's a cool resource. There's a thing called like voice chat stuff, and we were thinking of maybe like finding a time and hopping on there, and then you can ask us questions like directly and like actually like engage back and forth in a conversation. It'll be crazy. I think that's how it works. Again, I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's how that works, and that's pretty dope. So, be on the lookout for that. We may be able to have more information on when that event will happen, maybe next week, given the trend of 3 weeks in a row of playing, you guys. That's
so
insane.
proud of us.
Yeah, so you can find our Discord in descriptions, in things below and all that. So yeah, I think it's not in our little layout, but
It is.
it
I
is.
think
Oh,
so.
it is.
Yeah, it is. On the bottom, it's Tumblr, Discord, and YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the Discord specific. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but the Discord is down there.
The Discord's also down there, having a great fun old time. So go on and check it out. Do we have anything else we would like to say?
Well, they're not on the stream yet.
Yeah,
They'll
that's
wait until they appear, and then I'll just let you guys know. I'll text it in the chat, so if we're in the middle of like a battle or something, I won't interrupt it.
I did want
Thank
to ask,
you.
Alice, is that a tiny carrot on your shirt?
Yes.
That
Wait,
is
okay.
so
I don't think they
cute.
can see it on the stream. Yeah, wait.
I
Lift it
want
a bit
that.
higher.
That is so cute.
Thank you. It's my favorite sweater.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. Fashion on point.
Mhm.
Tiny carrot. Anyway.
All right.
My lighting is being weird, so I'm trying to move. And
Yeah, I'm gonna open up my window so I get more light.
casually gonna do this. But Alice, you had something as well, kind of maybe tentatively. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. I'm tentatively going to be playing in a Vampire the Masquerade one shot next Monday on the 6th. And it's going to be set in the 1800s, in 1897, or 1879 one. And it's going to be vampy and gothic-y and Victoriana. And I'm probably going to be playing some douchebag capitalists, so tune in for that. But yeah, no, I'll confirm that next week and give you guys all the details. But yeah.
Very, very cool. I'm stalling for a second so I can figure out how the heck to plug this in.
What else?
Oh, we have an idea that we're probably going to start implementing the next session, but it'll be beforehand, just as like a kind of nice little thing. Because I mean, I think I speak for all of us when I say that we're all get stressed out pretty easy, you know, and so kind of finding ways to help with that and in a fun D&D way. So yeah, check that. That'll be fun. Second.
Let's see.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Is that everything?
I think so. For right now, yes.
Does that work? Does this look okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, so spooky, and I definitely intended for it to look like that, not just realizing that I'm facing the opposite direction of the light source in my room. Okay. All right. If that's everything, then let us get into it. So, last we left off, the gang went in search for a friend of acquaintances named Oliver, who was not responding to messages, was not seeming to be responding, and it was concern of, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Good, you're good.
We're fine. We're just gonna be.
It's fine.
I mean,
We can see you.
Everything's great. Over concern of their well-being, and so the TAVRN decided to set off on a 2-week journey into the Cantal region, leaving the town of Valachi and kind of taking off for a little while into this big, expansive region to find the person. After their 2-week journey, they ran across a group of wandering bards and had a nice conversation with them, and then eventually made it to their location, where they found a large or relatively standard kind of house. That was a large circle, and upon entering through the back door, found themselves in a very circular room lined with bookshelves and art and all sorts of kind of more historical and fantastical kind of art pieces and different things of that. A large table with a carpet in the middle. But briefly, after being in this room for a while, they started to hear these loud banging noises, and upon investigating, found a secret candle shaft that allowed them down into a secret passageway. And after mostly good rolls and one natural one stealth roll, they ran across a very large, almost mechanical whirring humanoid. And as you see it, it's inside this room that is covered in tools and pieces of paper that have been kind of all trashed. And you see this, at first you think it's just a pile of rubbish of of various wires and gears kind of sticking out. And then you realize that it's whirring. And looking at it, you see it's this large humanoid build made of different gears. In fact, you see one like a long, extended, almost vein of metallic thing that seems to be clicking and whirring. And it, with that natural one, it turns over to see Nora kicking it, a gear. And it lets out this large, mechanical, whirring, almost skreel. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, something actually very important that I realized I did not mention in the description last time, nor this time. You also see in this mechanical whirring and ticking, a strange, almost electric field seems to be emanating from it and causing sparks around its shoulder area, the head, kind of everywhere. There seems to be sparks and fuses.
You sure this isn't Mr. Electric from Shrek 4 and Lava Girl? Are you 100% certain about this?
It is not, because it's not George Lopez's face.
Dang it.
But that would have been so good.
I would describe it as, the in the Doctor Who reboot, the little the French one with Madame de Pompadour with the clock guys. Kind of like that, but
Gotcha.
bigger and like, I'd say like the himbo version of that.
Gotcha.
I am unfamiliar with this, but may I ask, is it just like a really old Transformer, like old Optimus Prime?
Think steampunk Transformer.
Ooh. Good way to
So like
explain it.
Iron Giant, kinda? Like
Yes.
Iron Giant and
Iron-
Transformers had a baby.
Iron Giant, but less Iron Giant, less welding, more kind of like mechanisms, open gears shifting like clockwork. Clockwork Giant. All right.
Sorry, I just didn't know what I was looking at.
No worries. Do we have 25 to 20? Oh, you know what? Let me roll two.
Great.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. 20 to 15?
16.
15.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait, who was 15?
Me.
The RB?
17.
Oh.
I
Alright.
forgot to add the initiative bonus. Please ignore.
No worries. Okay,
Nice.
and then Tam, what did you roll? 5?
You did.
Okay.
Nice. Also,
Okay.
Alice, you're muted.
So it is the Boffin's Light term first. So seeing you all, it is, or seeing at least Nora. It just sees Nora because the rest of you rolled pretty high on yourself. It is going to turn around and not even paying attention to you. It's going to go over and looking through all the kind of tinkering things. There's a little mechanized mouse, and it's going to take it, and it starts finagling, and you hear kind of, and you see it starts to do something interesting involving that, but its back is turned, so you can't really see what it's doing. And
Great.
that's going to be its turn. So it is currently faced away from you all, kind of scavenging this and melding something. And that's all I'll say on that. Okay, so Val, it's now your turn.
Okay. I am
What did Val get for initiative?
17.
Oh, okay. Cool. I missed that.
Yeah, she got a hot 17.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna. This is gonna go horribly, and I can feel it in my bones. Also, I can't. Y'all can see me, right? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My whole screen moved when I was going on D&D Beyond, and I was like, they can't see me.
You're good,
I can't see
you're
them.
good.
They can't see me. I am gonna just straight up balls to the wall, just take my scimitar and just like run up, just try to whack its legs.
All right, roll to attack. Oh, I should keep track of that.
That's a 16.
That just hits.
And then hold on, what is my scimitar damage? 1d6.
6. And then plus your strength.
So 8.
8? Nice. Okay. So, okay, so you go and you hit it from the back. Can I can I have you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Oh, you get electrified?
Probably. She's not
I almost made
smart.
it pretty sick.
That's a 9.
A 9? Okay, no big deal. You take 7 points of lightning damage. And you are paralyzed until the start of your next turn.
Cool.
Oh no!
Don't hit it.
So you all watch as Val runs up with her scimitar and slices it across, not doing as much damage as you expected her scimitar to do, as she slices across, and you see this kind of spark go from the monstrosity through the scimitar, and kind of see her kind of flail for a second. And you're paralyzed, so that's the end of your turn.
So am I just like face first on the ground, just like unable to move?
You're not prone. You're just kind of like it's kind of like, I think like you can't take reactions or anything. You're just kind of stuck there.
The game is frozen. Cool. Just on her. She's just frozen and she can't move.
Yep.
Cool.
Ren, it's now your turn.
Cool. Yeah, he's gonna shoot it twice.
All right.
First, I'll cast Hunter's Mark. So bonus action Hunter's Mark, then he'll shoot it. Can he aim specifically, like looking for like delicate-looking mechanisms to try and like if there's anything that looks not like just solid metal, he'll aim for that.
That's interesting. I will say, if you're aiming for that, you can do it at disadvantage, but if you succeed in hitting it, you can double your dice.
Okay, I'll try that. Why not?
All right.
So
I know that's not a normal thing, but I think that's cool. So I'm gonna allow
it.
I don't know. I just know since we're streaming, I'm like, I know that's a normal rule.
It's fine.
I'm doing it though.
We're making our own game, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this dice actually, and this dice.
Actually, this is a homebrewed thing, so I'll just add that as a feature right now. So whatever.
Cool. Okay. 16 for the first hit.
15?
16.
16 just hits.
Okay.
Jeez.
And 11 for the second one.
11 does
So-
not hit. So the second one bounces off.
Cool.
You're actually the first one you go through. The second one you are with trying to aim for that specific target, and with Val kind of frozen there and getting worried about hitting her, you kind of it just goes wild to the side.
Makes sense. Let me double check what the hell Hunter's Mark does.
And is this just a normal attack?
yeah,
Magical
I'm
attack?
just shooting it. Well, there's Hunter's Mark as well, which is
Yeah.
1d6.
Yeah.
Which I think
So
is magical.
So specify what is
Okay. Do I double the dice for Hunter's Mark as well?
sure.
Okay. Do you want me to roll twice the number of dice, or just roll once and double it?
Whatever your preference is. I'll say roll once and double it, because
Okay.
unless you're bad at math, and then double the dice.
It's fine. Sorry, it's been a while since I've played this game. I'm trying to remember what numbers are. So the physical damage is 8 times 16. So that's
Okay.
for the arrows damage. And then Hunter's Mark 2 times 2 is 4.
Okay.
For magical damage.
Nice. And okay. What?
Not bad for one arrow.
Not bad. Okay. That sounds good. Anything else?
Oh, I'll use my the free action to be like, Maroth, kick it really hard,
Okay.
please.
Okay. You know what? Let me roll initiative tomorrow. Okay. Okay, cool.
I forgot
It's fine.
about the stag. I forgot that he's there.
He's always there.
So the way that came up, actually, Maroth rolled to be initiative right after you.
Hey.
So it's actually going to go in between. So Foggy. So Maroth is going to go up, and as you said, it's going to try and kick it. Succeeds. Okay. Does so 4 points. That's 4 points of damage. But then also, because it's a melee attack, succeeds. So kicks and has a little, feels the lightning and kind of electricity go through it, but is able to stumble back and kind of. Okay, Augie, it's now your turn.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Still.
What?
Hello.
What?
Is Val paralyzed until her next turn? Is that
Yeah.
what is happening? Okay. Then what I'm gonna do? How far away is Val?
I'd say probably about 20 feet. So Ben was the one in the room when this started happening. So I'd say it's about 20 feet from you currently, where you are in the hallway.
Okay.
You can run closer.
Then yeah, I'm gonna run and just sort of I'm gonna protect Val until Val is unparalyzed. But for my bonus action, I want to cast Sanctuary first level on Nora.
Okay. Point.
yeah.
Because I thought Jess was gonna be here. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna put her there. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Pull up Nora's stats. Okay.
It's just gonna protect Nora, and the creature has to make a wisdom saving throw if it attacks Nora, and if it fails, it has to choose a new target.
Okay, let me check something. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Oh, hey, does Hunter's Mark do they have to roll for it, or is it an automatic?
It's automatic as far as I know.
think
One sec.
Automatic, okay.
I double check.
No worries, just
Oh, if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, this
Oh, the spell fails?
Yeah.
4 or higher? Is it 4 or
Wait,
lower?
am I looking at the right shit? No, I'm not. No. It works.
It just works. Okay, good to know. Okay, cool. So Sanctuary, and you're gonna just protect Ren till start of, or protect Val till the start of her next turn.
That was Nora.
Sanctuary is on Nora. You're
August
shielding
protecting.
Oh,
your
separate
body.
things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tam, it is now your turn.
Hey, can I get into a spot where I have got a 15-foot cube around me that includes the enemy but does not include any of my friends?
I will say, yeah, because it's currently in the corner. So
Cool.
15 foot, it'll get the wall and some of the stuff there as well. Okay.
That's rad. I'll just squeeze behind, I don't know, like stupefied Val and be like, sorry, and cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Ooh.
So they have to succeed on a con save of 16
Okay.
or
They
take.
have advantage.
I'm gonna do it. Oh wow, shit! I'm gonna do it at second level.
Constitution.
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Oh no. Okay, that's fine. It still takes some damage. 1 second. Right. Shit. What am I doing?
Wait, and what's the, is it thunder damage?
Yeah, it's 3d8.
Okay.
So it's 2, 8, 1. God, that's shit. So that's a whole 5 points of thunder damage.
Oh,
Cool.
hey, every little bit counts.
I was about to say that. Yeah, every little bit helps.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And anything else?
Nah.
So you guys are all kind of like, so
clustered.
actually, Augie, I don't know if you'd actually be able to squeeze in due to the fact that Val was making a melee attack. So it was like right up next to that. So did you want to use your action to do something else instead?
Would it be possible to kind of like push your Val back a little bit? Just
Yeah. Make a strength check with, just strength check.
Just strength. That's gonna be a hot 11.
Okay. I'll say you get her about 5 feet back.
Okay, that's perfect. I just need to make sure that I'm in front of her.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. So now it's going to be Nora's turn, and Nora is going to do. She'll do magic missile because that feels correct. So that's 3d4. I feel like it's just a Nora thing that does not roll well because I roll fine, and then when I roll for Nora, it just doesn't work. Okay, so that's an additional 8 points of damage, and it's magic, which is good. Okay. Wow.
Bussy.
And it is going to, and Nora's going to step back. Now, the blight is again going to, not even bothered by all of you guys attacking, is going to rush over to another side of the workshop and start doing something, and grabs what looks to be like a small little teapot kind of thing. And at this point, you can see it a little bit more now. You see as it kind of takes the teapot and kind of opens it up wide, and is like kind of takes it to the shoulder where Ren was beforehand, and manages to kind of seal and moves its arm twice. Okay. And that's going to be its turn. Val, it's now your turn.
No.
So I am no longer paralyzed.
Did I say start of next turn? Wait, let me check. Yeah, you're good.
Is there like anywhere for me to like get away from this dude?
It's a workshop, so it's a relatively large room. Like it's very large, but you were here. 1 second. Hello. You were over. So you guys ran in. It started over here. It's now moved to over here. So you're like here. I'd say you're about 15 feet away from it now.
Okay, lit. I am just going. I'm just going back up. I'm gonna go away. I'm just gonna get as far away from this man as I possibly can. And apparently, I have a shield. Didn't know I had that.
Yeah. You're unarmed or you're unarmored, but shields don't count towards that. So yeah, you can have a shield.
Well, I just wanted to be on DDB on. It was like shield, and I was like, wow, didn't know it did that.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna like get in the corner and just like have my shield up.
Okay.
Trying to stay away from this man who just electrocuted me.
Okay. So then that means Ren, it's now your turn.
Okay. I think so. Is there any like high spot that Ren can get to maybe avoid being hit by the thingy if it comes his way?
There's tables that it's currently seems to be fixated on trying to get, so you could go probably to the opposite end, like the opposite corner.
Okay, I'll just move to a place.
From what you've seen so far, it hasn't seemed as though it's been attacking you guys.
Yeah, Ren will just sort of move away a little bit, maybe get behind something a little bit. Otherwise, he's gonna shoot it twice again.
Okay.
Same deal. Try to aim for vulnerable bits.
All right.
Okay. 22 for the first one.
22 will hit.
And Jesus, 22 again. I rolled 14 for the lowest on both of them. So that means I roll this much dice. Math time. Oh, I roll. Oh, for my D8s, I rolled 1 on both D8s. So.
Oh
no.
So that's a 6 and a 6. So 12 plus 12. So 24 for physical damage, right? No, wait. No. 6. Yeah. 12 for physical damage. Wait.
Okay. See what you rolled, Hunter?
I rolled 2 ones on my D8 plus 5, so 6 total for each D8, and then we're doubling them, so 12 and 12. So yes, it's 24. Oh my god. Blah.
Okay, so it takes half damage because it's
so 12 total. And then for my Hunter's Mark, 10 total for Hunter's Mark.
And then plus 10. Okay, cool.
Math.
I realize now that giving you disadvantage, I now understand why it's not a D&D mechanic, but whatever, we're having fun. Okay, cool. Good job. Is that all?
Yeah. I'd just be like, Moroth, please keep hitting it. Please. Be careful though. But also keep hitting it.
Okay. So Moroth's going to try and hit. Does not hit. So misses and goes wide. Augie, it's now your turn.
All right. This is not related to what I'm about to do, but Jules, your mug is amazing.
I know. I
was looking at turtle. That's all I needed to say about that.
Augie, what are you doing?
I want to see what he's doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my shield up. I'm gonna try and look and see what he's doing on the table.
Okay. So kind of holding your turn, or make a perception check.
Oh no. Maybe this is gonna be a hot 15.
Okay. Kind of what I described. Seems to be taking pieces of metal and almost almost melding them onto its body. Kind of finding those more kind of open places and is seeming to be patching them up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Tam, it's now
gonna
your-
wait. Can I? Is that like my action? Just doing.
You said that you were going to. Yes. Yeah, because you said that you were watching it, right?
Gotcha. Yes, I want to see what he's getting at.
Yeah. So we'll say that that's your action. Okay. Tam, it's now your turn.
Right. So let me get this right. Ren is up, like shooting some people. Oggie's held his turn. Val is just hanging there.
Cowering.
She's just cowering away from this big, large man.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna see that she's cowering, and inspire her to give her some courage.
How do you inspire her?
Oh, just go dun 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 dun. Mrs. Tiefling, dream me a dream. Dun 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 dun.
Keep going. Come on.
The cutest I've ever seen. That's enough. And then I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
You're gonna hit it with your sword.
With my
Okay.
sword.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell, it's so bad. That's a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit?
Does not hit.
Cool. All right, that's fine. In which case, I'm just gonna back up and wait for it to kill me.
Okay.
I just do the Macarena. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Okay. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. What is Nora going to do? Nora is going to cast. Nope, that's a reaction. Nora is going to do another magic missile, so I'll roll that again. I'm trying to think of what Jess would do. Wow. That's 8 points of damage. Man.
How does 8 points of damage taste?
Is that good or bad for magic missile? I don't know.
It's so I rolled 3d4 because there's 3 bolts there's 3 missiles and you roll 1d4. I rolled 2 2s and a 1
Oh man.
both times.
Rough.
So it's just not the greatest, but it's not the worst that you can do, but it's not good. Okay. It's back to the Blight's turn. It's going to spend another one of its actions, and it's going to, you now see it goes over, and it appears as though there's like a little piece of kind of what looks to be like a strange kind of flimsied gear, almost like a sheet of aluminum, and it takes it around the neck that's kind of been going back and forth and kind of attaches it over. Seems to have like kind of a cleared neck. What's up?
What I have noticed before with my 15, it was damaged beforehand, and that's why I have to prepare myself.
Sure. Looking at it with the sparking and stuff, it seems to be moving in almost kind of like jolty fashion, as though the electricity is affecting it somehow. It's not as though it's not as though it's damaged. It's as though it's incomplete.
Okay.
Cool. There's actually there's a little bit of dents in its hands, I will say, with a 15. The one thing is their hands seem to be dented on both sides, kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Val, it's your turn.
I don't have any ranged weapons, so
Magic?
Magic.
yeah.
Wait, you're trying to wait. What did you say you were gonna do?
I wanted to see
She
if I had
doesn't
any
know
like I was not. Hold on a minute, my brain's computing.
You good?
No, it just turned off. I didn't restart. I was trying to see if I had any ranged weapons, like something I could like. Is there anything around it that I can yeet at it?
There's a lot of things around that you can yeet at it. Hypothetically, if you wanted to throw something,
Can I like?
there's a
look
lot
around?
of things on. There's looking around. There is a bunch of smatterings of things on this workshop. You see, in one, there's a hammer that you could throw, just like it's not necessarily a hammer. It's more of like a thick rubber mallet that you could throw. Given your strength, you could probably do some damage with that. There's also a lot of partially completed mechanical projects. You see that there's one that it kind of looks like a small little almost rabbit with part of the foot kind of missing and is all made of mechanical stuff.
I'm gonna take the rubber mallet and I'm going to, with my shield up as far away as I like is possible for me to like still hit the thing, and I'm just gonna chuck it.
Okay. Roll to hit. Just roll D20 and add your strength.
Cool. 21.
21. That hits. That'll hit.
Cool. And then would it be a D6 for damage for that, or
roll? Sure. Roll a D6 and add your strength. No, roll a D4 and add your strength.
E. 6.
6. Good. Okay. I would just like to now I would like to let you guys know that the Boffin's Blight has taken a total of 69 damage.
Hey!
Just wanted to let you know that it doesn't
Such a
appear
great
to be
DM.
showing it though. It doesn't. It's strange it's taken quite a bit from the thing that you've been doing, but the arrows that have been shot kind of seem to it doesn't seem to be reacting in any sort of way to the damage that's being done. And even as the hammer's thrown, it doesn't appear to make quite the effect. Oh, that's a good point. That you were expecting it to take. I'm sorry, it's actually at 66 points of damage. I forgot that it has resistances.
That's so close.
I'm sorry, guys. I wanted it, but I realized.
Raise our hopes and then you dash in.
I know. All right, Ren, it's your turn.
So far, it hasn't actually made any moves on us, right?
No,
the
it
only
did not.
damage it's done has been like accidental electricity. And all it seems to be trying to do is repair itself, although when we came into the room it was banging down a door.
Yeah.
Meh. Is it still by the door that it was trying to bang down?
It's currently based on the way that like this kind of thing, so like the natural tinkerer element to this, it is finishing up with the neck portion of this as you are making your shot, because it's the top of the initiative order. So yeah.
No, but I mean, is it by the door? Has it moved?
Oh,
away
it's pretty
from the
close.
door?
It's pretty close to the door. It went to one of the far corners and now is in the corner close to the door.
Is the door just like a metal door you said before?
It is a doubly reinforced, very strong, almost like steel-like door. There seem to be kind of bolts on both sides, and it seems to be very strongly locked, almost like a stronghold or a safe.
So it's unlikely that we're gonna be able to just like sneak on by and get through this double metal door.
Not at this point.
Okay, well, guess I'll shoot it again twice.
No.
I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
I mean, like, I can't get rid of all the repairy things in the room because I don't know how to do that. So I'm just gonna do what I can do, which is arrows. First one is a 16.
Does not hit.
Oh, has the armor class gotten higher?
Mm.
Shit.
Oh no.
Second one is what is that? 17. Wait.
Does not hit.
Wait, 17.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus!
So you go and find the familiarity. Having gotten those first 3 arrows, you're pretty confident in how this works now, and you a little bit prepared this time. You go through and you realize, ding, it bounces off. You aimed for where the neck was, and it doesn't seem confused. You go, ching, and you throw it off again. You go to hit where the shoulder was, and you see that that's kind of been healed over with one of the mechanical parts as well.
Cool.
Oh, how'd that get there? And yeah.
Okay. Probably can't do much else, so I'll just hang out. I'm pretty.
All right. Maroth is gonna go and try and kick it again as well. Actually, surprisingly enough, manages to hit. That's pretty cool. Good job, Maroth. And does 7 points. And okay. Now it's at 69.
Hey.
Pretty cool. But you watch as Maroth begins to kind of twitch and reverberate from getting hit with the from the residual kind of electricity that, by the way, seems to have gotten almost a little bit worse, and takes 10 points of lightning damage and is paralyzed. So okay. Augie, it's now your turn.
Cool. For his action, he's gonna speak to the group and say, "No one attack. I want to see if it understands me." And then he's gonna say to the robot thing and say, "Don't want to hurt you. I think this was a misunderstanding." Guys, do you need help?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Ooh, that was gonna be an unnatural 20.
A natural 20?
An unnatural.
Unnatural. Okay.
I have a +6 in persuasion.
1 second. Okay. It's going to turn. You see, as it kind of hears this, there's no ears, but it seems to hear that and kind of just turns its neck for a second. There's no expression. It doesn't have anything. It has kind of like almost like geared eyes and no mouth, no the simple kind of element of a nose, but no mouth, no nothing. It just looks at you. Tam, it's your turn.
Right, I'm gonna see that Augie's like trying to parlay with it, and hold my turn, and also probably say, just look at Augie, be like, yeah, we're just terrible misunderstanding. Why don't we everybody have a sit down? We'll just have a cup of tea. We'll talk it out. Sure. and just hold my turn and talk.
Okay. Holding your turn till to.
Oh,
what?
until it attacks anyone.
Okay. Good to know. It's Nora's turn, and she kind of hearing that is going to kind of say, yes, please, if you don't, God, I suck at Irish. Yeah, so if you, it's Minnesotan, I'm not going to, she doesn't say anything. She just does not attack. Okay. It's now the Boffin's Blight turn, so seeing this, it stops kind of what it's doing for a second and walks over and is staring blankly at you, Augie, and then it looks at Tam. It's going to make to slam attack at
Okay, never mind. It's not nice.
of you. So the first one's going to be at Augie. That is a natural 20. Second one's going to hit. That is an unnatural 20 to hit Tam.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, that hit.
Okay.
Hey, we tried, man.
No, you guys did. You know what? It did not give you anything. So that's 16 plus 5. So that's 21 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 10 points of lightning damage. As kind of the electricity from it slams into.
Is that Augie or is that me?
That's Augie. It's not that powerful, but that natural 20 really, really did some damage. For Tam, that's going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay, right.
To you, as it both of you. So Tam, you were holding your action. So
yeah, I sure was. I didn't specify. Do you mind if it's a spell or an attack or like?
I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
Yeah, that's my bad. I will sort of reel back, get back on my feet, and be like, "Fuck you," and cast Thunderwave at 3rd level.
Okay.
So it has to make a con 16 save.
Okay, and it has advantage against magical abilities.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's blocked. 1 second. Oh, not bad. 11 plus, so 16.
Oh, yeah, so it hits. So it takes half damage.
Oh, it's defeated.
Plus 2, plus 8, plus 5. That's 23 halved.
Oh, wow. So 23, so that's 11.
11 points of thunder damage.
Okay. And is it... Oh, did you say it succeeded or it didn't succeed?
It succeeded on its save,
so
it took the half. Yeah, not pushed back.
Okay. Okay. So Val, it's your turn now.
So like it's just attacked Augie and Pam, but like I'm still cowering in the corner, like it hasn't seen me yet.
I mean, you don't know whether it's seen you necessarily, but it. I mean, you can make a quick insight check. This is a free action, just natural insight.
Nat 20.
You get the feeling that although it is not directly engaged with you, it is aware of your presence.
Cool. I am going to, while remaining as close to the ground as possible behind my shield, just like, I hate to say this, but like hermit crab stealth just away from him.
Okay.
So Do you want me to just roll for stealth?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. That's a hot 14, baby.
Okay.
Wait,
I love that Val's just pieced out of this entire fight.
she doesn't want anything to do with it. She got electrocuted and she's like, I'm done. I'm out. Also, I forgot that I was inspired.
Oh yeah, you're
That is
inspired
true.
for 10 minutes.
So then
That's a
what was it?
1d6, I believe, at 5th level, right? Or is it d8?
Let me check. I don't know which one it is. I don't know my things. It's a 1d8 actually.
Okay. So yeah.
I will add that. So that's a hot 6.
Okay, so 20. For stealth. Okay.
So she's just the fucking
See,
thing, just weaving.
army call away.
See a giant tiefling with horns and a tail, just with a shield above her head, just.
Your barbarian is out.
Okay.
All right, Ren, it's now your turn. You'd see as this creature construct just these two.
Okay.
Augie's looking a little worse for wear. Tam doesn't look good, but Augie looks a little messed up. The electricity seems to have gotten on his chainmail and is kind of. Ugh.
That's not good. Well, I can only do one thing in fights, so I'm gonna do that thing. Rangers are fun. Okay, that's really bad. So that's an 11. I'll use different dice for this next one. That's also really bad. That's a 12.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Killing it.
So
Cool.
both of them actually end up hitting, but they both bounce off the armor. It's as though it's gotten much more dexterous since the start of this fight. Okay. And Maroth is off twitching. So Augie, it's now your turn.
All right. Let's cast command, I guess.
I guess.
I guess. Let's do command second level. What happens second level?
Okay.
Oh no, first level.
Okay.
Sorry.
Does it need to understand the language you're speaking in order to? Just curious.
Good question. It doesn't say. It just says to a creature. Is it a creature?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Creature.
Yeah. A creature basically just means like anything that is, I don't know. It's D&D's way of being like anything that is attacking you or is part of your party. Like a creature means an animal, a human, anything.
Oh wait, no. Actually, if it doesn't understand me, it can't.
Okay. It seemed to respond to your voice, so it's up to you.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Do it.
It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 15.
Just makes it. Yeah.
Okay. What do you say? What do you try to command it to do? Okay. Okay. It kind of, after hitting both of you, its hands are back currently. So, I mean, you know that it didn't, it succeeded, but at the moment, it doesn't seem to be attacking. Tam, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Right, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern on it. Which is what I did with the giant thing. So it's gotta make a wisdom saving throw of 16. And
Okay.
I'm going to try and make it see some like psychedelic
Ooh.
colors.
Okay. Rolled an 18.
Oh my god, I hate this thing.
I'm so sorry.
I hate
See,
this
I
guy.
roll really well when I'm not Nora. I think it's just a Nora thing.
Yeah. Cool. Right, that's me done.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I will inspire Augie though.
Okay. How do
I'll
you
just
inspire?
the hypnotic pattern doesn't work. And I just like tap dance in a tantrum. For fuck's sake.
How Billy Elliot of you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I like how you went Billy Elliot. My first thought for some reason was Kinky Boots.
Hey, English musicals. All about the tap dance.
All right. It's Nora's turn. Nora is going to. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna do magic missile again. Yeah. Okay. Because that seems to be working, and since it automatically hits, I feel like Nora likes that. Okay. Better, Nora. Nora's doing better. So that's 11 points of magical force damage. And yeah, that's going to be Nora's turn. And she's going to back further away because, yeah, the spell's range is 120 feet. So it's actually, Val, you see as Nora doesn't see you because you rolled pretty high on stealth, but is hunkered down very close to where you are. Okay, it is the Boffin Blight's turn. So it is going to attack Nora, but Nora's out. Okay, it's gonna probably, I'm gonna say it's gonna try and hit Tam again because you tried to cast a spell at it, and that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2d. That's 7 plus. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Plus 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay. All right.
And then seeing that Ren has been the one that's done the most damage to it, it's actually going to run over and try to hit Ren. Ooh, that's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hit. Can I
What's
use
that?
my is it within 30 feet of me?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna use rebuke the violent. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that's a 9. So
Ha! It
Nice.
takes all of it, all the damage, radiant damage.
does it also deal the damage and also takes it?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Wait, so like whatever damage it does, it also.
Oh yes, you're right.
Okay.
It will take, so it does damage to Ren, but then it also does
Okay.
take some damage.
So that's 13 points of bludgeoning damage plus 3 points of lightning damage. And it takes that, but it takes half because it is. Oh no! It takes
It's success.
4 points. Yes, but it is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, force, and piercing, and it has damage immunity to lightning damage. So it only takes 4.
Radiant damage. This is radiant damage.
Never mind. So then, thank you. So then, did I say 8 plus 3? So 11.
Yeah, it was
Great.
16. It was 16 damage.
It was
wasn't
16
it?
damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Thank you, Miller. Thank you for pointing that out. I was like, man, that seems dumb if it has damage immunity to the damage it's dealing. Okay.
I would suck, yeah.
Yeah, no. Good call. Thank you. Val, it's your turn. Are you doing anything or are you just hiding?
Other
You also
anything?
got Nora next to you.
Okay. Is there anything around Nora and I that I can throw at it again?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Are you trying to get all the way? I'd say you're about probably 45 feet away from it because you spent the past 2 times crawling.
Okay. Hold on, my brain just turned off, and I was like, "What am I rolling for?"
Perception.
Okay. Cool. That is 19, 21 on perception.
There is actually near you. You realize you're leaned up against whoa. Oh, okay. A small kind of thing of gears that are just laid flat next to you.
Okay. Would it be possible? I don't know if this would be possible. If I could just like take multiple and frisbee them.
Sorry, they're big. They're like.
Never mind. Can I throw one at it like a frisbee?
I will say yes at disadvantage. So you can roll a D20 at and add your strength mod at disadvantage.
I'll do that. I'll try that. That's a nat 20.
That's
rolled 2
third
natural
one.
No, I rolled 1 nat 20 and the other one is an 8.
Okay, so it's
so I'm mad.
Okay. Okay, I was like, did you roll a natural 20 at disadvantage? Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you try to throw it and it just clatters a bit later. You know, you're strong, but you weren't expecting, like, it wasn't that. So it was a weird angle with you being down and trying to throw it and just kind of slides and hits one of the walls in the hallway.
Well, time to go back to hiding.
All right.
Nope.
Okay. Ren, it's your turn.
Okay, seeing that, Ren's just gonna be like, if you have fire or something, try melting it. Try magic, which is the thing you have. And then he's gonna shoot it twice.
Okay. Can I just get you to make an intelligence check for me?
Okay. Me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna go well. Wait, what is my intelligence?
You're a smart boy.
+1. Wait. Hello? 14.
14. Thinking about it, you say this out loud, and then kind of back in the back of your mind, you're like, kind of looks like it's been melded a little bit together. Oh well, going to shoot.
I don't know what to do with that. If you can melt the gears, then maybe it'll stop working. Okay. Yeah, so Ren, like, seeing that precision shots aren't really doing anything anymore, is just gonna go for like power. So can he like just do regular straight rolls now? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. 16.
16 doesn't hit.
Yeah. 20 total.
20 just hits.
Okay. Good. Good. That's great.
This is why I spent the first 3 rounds.
13 damage.
13 damage? Nice. You guys see as previously, like, it really hasn't been showing that much wear, but it looks as though it is starting to get pretty hurt. Despite its kind of additions and things, as you shoot this, one of the arms actually kind of falls off.
Yeah.
Doesn't reveal anything. Kind of, it seems to be still well armored in that arm socket, but the arm kind of falls off. As flavoring for saying that it's not doing well. Okay. Moroth is going to try and kick it. And does not kick. Does not hit. So tries to kick, but just absolutely does no damage to it. It's pretty strong. All right, Augie, it's now your turn.
I'm about to do something really stupid.
Okay.
Yes.
My favorite.
Is that what this is for?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, he would do this, wouldn't he? Okay, he's gonna sword in it,
Okay.
but divine smite as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Please hit.
Did I inspire you as well?
You did. What? So then, what I roll for the
That's a
inspired?
D8. 1d8.
Okay.
You got this,
Okay.
Augie.
Awesome. Okay. That's gonna be a 25.
Okay. Yes, the 25 will hit.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use a second spell slot for the divine smite.
Okay.
Let's see. Gotta find it. Okay, that's 2d8 then.
Yeah.
Plus the other damage as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and actually, your sword's a +1, so it would be a 26.
You're right. Okay.
Yes, because, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, 20, so it hits 26, so that's 1d, so then damage is going to be 12 points of damage just with the sword,
Okay.
and then another 6 points of damage.
12, so 18.
Yes.
Okay. So as you go and you prepare the swing, you feel it's almost like time slows down for a second. And that warmth that you were feeling, that warmth that you felt in the past when you were talking to Helm, you breathe and you feel it kind of reverberate through you as you go and slash and do
You're a
a
carrot?
lot.
It's
That's
mozzarella stick.
Oh my god. Such good laughing.
Okay. And slice through. And you kind of take a step back, and still kind of everything's happening in slow motion for you, fueled with this fire inside of you as you watch as it has been tearing through your friends. And having that softness, you feel just a little bit warmer, a little bit better. And the rest of you watch as Augie's sword kind of glows with this bluish hue as it slashes through, and you see it actually cleaves pretty well into the armor despite the fact that it's got it, and you see there's like a nice big gash in its backside now. Okay, Tam, it's now your turn.
But do I take
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Please make a Constitution saving throw for me. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. That's gonna be a hot 15.
15? You're good.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not a particularly high DC to save against the lightning damage.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, Tam, it's your turn.
Right. Seeing Augie kick ass, I'm gonna feel inspired and also hit with my sword because it really doesn't like spells and I'm not doing very well with spells.
All right.
Oh my god. That's a 10.
10 does not hit.
Oh. Cool. All right.
You're like, oh man, that was so cool. I'm going to do that too. And you go and you slash and you absolutely just miss it by like a foot. Just completely miss it. You go,
Nice.
ah.
Just shake the embarrassment off and walk away.
You think back to your community production of Hamnet and the stage combat that you learn there, and just your instincts kick in and you absolutely go for a stage swing instead.
Yeah, I die a little bit inside. I know that like this is a sort of embarrassing moment that in like 6 months I'll just get like I'll remember it and get a cold shiver.
Oh yeah, those worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
It's the what's up?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. It's the Blight's turn. Miller is gone. But it's gonna.
Hi, what's up? It's gonna hit me?
Okay. Hello, it's gonna try and hit you. Because you did a lot of damage. Wow. Okay. Okay. So that's gonna be 25 to hit.
Definitely.
Okay. So then that's going to be 7 plus 5, 12 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of lightning damage.
Are you down yet?
Cool. No, I got.
Oh! It's okay, you're doing good. You're doing good.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then kind of because you swung at it, Tam, it's gonna go for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's
Oh my god.
20.
Bye.
Oh fuck.
Here, I'm still gonna roll. I'm still
Do it,
I'm
do
still
it.
gonna
Yeah,
roll. It's
go for
fine.
it.
That's
Sure,
gonna
just how
be
fucked I am.
10 points of bludgeoning plus 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so it knocks me down. I kind of blink a couple of times and get back up because I'm a half orc.
Because you're half orc. Oh.
Relentless endurance. But yeah, I'm at 1 hit point.
Oh my god. Okay. It's fine.
We're good. We're fine.
Good. We're great. Everything's great.
Nothing's
Okay.
wrong.
The whole like the DM is the enemy thing. That's not true at all. I'm so scared you guys are now. Okay, you guys are doing really good though. You're doing really good. Okay, Val, it's your turn.
Hey, if you got any healing, that would be nice.
Having seen Augie's heroic attempt and seeing Tam fail miserably, I am going to stand up and I'm going to run at it with my scimitar, and I'm going to try to hit it in like the same, because Augie hit it in his back, right?
Yeah, nice big cleave through.
Can I like go and attempt to like make it like deeper, I guess, or like get further in? Is that more sense? Or like maybe like if it's a nice slash this way, can I like widen it? Does that make sense?
Yes. Are you raging?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Just a note, if you are going to rage, I need you to clarify it. Because that's a bonus action, so you got to tell me.
Right.
It's okay. That's why I asked, but just in the future, I'm not going to ask. So you got to make sure to tell me.
Got it. I'm just going to make a note of that right now.
Okay. It's just been a while, so I want to make sure you know that.
Yeah, I haven't raged in at least 2 months, so it's been a bit.
I know. That's why I asked. You're fine. Okay. So you feel that rage kind of pick up your eyes. I mean, would you like to describe what happens when you rage?
I'm going to try to figure out what happens with the dice while you explain.
Okay. Kind of looking over at Val's form, the eyes go. Is it red? It's red, right? Or is it black? Oh wait. 1 second. I am going to describe this. Okay.
Red.
You watch as Val's eyes go bright red, and Val, you see this as well as you watch as kind of everything begins to, you kind of see Val running and kind of crack her arms and her neck, kind of warming up, getting ready. The kind of canine teeth in her thing begin to sharpen and get a little bit longer. And you watch as there is fresh blood dripping from her knuckles as fingernails get a little, they kind of sharpen and prep, and you are now raging. So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to run at it, and I'm going to try to get a nice big whick with my scimitar.
Okay.
And like kind of in the same spot that around the same area that Augie did to kind of get more damage, I guess, is okay. Come on, baby. Hold on. 15?
15 does not hit.
Dang it.
So
I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on.
Do you have your rage bonus?
yeah.
Yes. Where is that just +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your strength?
+4.
So yeah. You add that. No, that goes to the damage bonus. Okay.
Because I know it's +2 on melee attack, so technically this is a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 15 to be 17. But I don't think I get any more than that.
That does not hit. I think it's just to the damage, not the actual
The melee attack? Okay. That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Unless you're doing this reckless, then you get advantage.
No, I'm not actually doing this recklessly.
Hmm?
I'm not.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So you go and you try to, you kind of take it with the scimitar, but it just, you don't manage to get in the way that you would like to. Okay. So you raged, and that's your action.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Ren, it's now your turn.
Okay. Guess what he's gonna do?
I wonder.
I should have been making fucking Constitution saving throws for my concentration spell. Hunter's Mark, because I got injured. Right? What's that word?
That is true. So you got 16 points of damage.
I
Okay.
did. So
Yeah. So make a concentration check.
Okay, that's just a con save. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do this very often. Yeah, he loses Hunter's Mark. We got 2.
Oh.
Plus
Ooh.
2, so 4. So he's just rolling arrows now. He's gonna shoot again.
He's this contract is looking very hurt.
He does not hit with either arrow. He got a natural 1, and then he got a 17.
Why are we all rolling like Nora tonight?
It's great. It also spent a lot of the beginning of this battle making itself very difficult to hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Actually,
no. What's up?
I was thinking about casting Hunter's Mark again, but no. Well, no.
Nah. Yeah.
With your bonus, are you attacking twice? Once with your attack, once with your bonus, or is it 2 attacks?
No, I have 2 attacks per action.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. Okay. It is Maroth. It is gonna
Maroth.
does not hit. Does not hit. Natural 8.
My boy.
Sorry. He's trying his best. It's a little confusing. He's underground. It's not a fun time. Augie, it's your turn.
He's gonna do it. No, they're stupid. He's just gonna hit it again.
All right. Go for it.
Oh, that was cockpit. Oh! Not 20!
Okay.
It fell out of my hands.
Good job.
And that's okay, so not 20. Okay. So that's 7 points of damage.
7 points. Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say it.
Wait, is that 7 with your stuff doubled?
doubled? I know it's a
Natural
plus.
20. Roll the natural 20.
Oh my god, you're right. No, it was not doubled.
Okay. So 14.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that with the +1 for your sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then it's 13 because did you roll 6 points of damage?
So it was I rolled a 2, and then it's +4 +1, so that's
Okay. So you rolled a 2, so it's 4 + 4 + 1. So that's 9 points of damage. Okay.
Okay.
You double the dice.
Oh, you double the dice. Gotcha.
Yes. Normally for it depends on it's kind of become more of like depends on what you want. For ease of math for you guys, I say just take whatever number you rolled and double that. But normally, like if your longsword is like a 1d6, you roll 2d6 instead. That's what a natural 20 means. Okay. Cool. It's looking very hurt. Very, very hurt. Tam, it's your turn.
Oh wait, Constitution, right?
Oh, yes. Constitution, DC. Saving throw. What was it? 6? Yeah, so you are going to take... Where is it? 2d6 lightning damage.
That's fine.
That's 8 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, he's down.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Okay, so end of your turn. So make a no. Is it start of turn or end of turn? Gosh, it's been a while. I think
Start for death saves.
Yeah, I think it's start of your turn. Okay, cool. Okay, Tam, it's your turn.
Cool. Right. I'm gonna try and thunder wave him again. Only at first level this time. Again, con save 16.
24.
All right, nice. Okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry, it's all good.
Still take half damage though.
He takes 1 point of damage.
Every little bit helps.
I'm gonna heal. Okay, Tam's feeling very rough, but she sees Oggy like collapse next to her, and she's gonna heal him. So I'm gonna give you a healing word at 2nd level, which is 2d4 plus 5. I'll roll it. 4, 2. That's 11 points of healing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will get to you on my next time.
Okay. Sounds lovely. It's going to be the Blight's turn. So it's going to first try to attack Val because you tried to hit it. That's going to be an 18 plus. That's going to be a 25 to hit. Okay.
Yep.
So
Sorry.
no, you're fine. So you're going to take 10 points halved, so 5 points of bludgeoning damage because you're raging, plus 7 points of lightning damage not halved. Right? Yes, because
what did you say for lightning damage? How much was it?
did I say 7? Oh no, it's 6. 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. And then it's going to spend its other time looking around. I'm gonna say it's gonna go to Ren again and try and hit you with the other slam. It's getting a little. Ooh! I don't think that'll hit though. That's an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
So Ren, in a super cool kind of motion,
Like
kind of goes.
Matrix?
Yeah, Matrix is out of there and just as it goes and watch Ren. You watch as it just kind of streaks past your nose, and you kind of get like a teeny little jolt of just like a little on the tip of your nose. You feel as it passes you. The hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up from the proximity to the electricity, but does no damage. Good job. Okay, Val, it's your turn.
Cool. I am still enraged, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to hit him again?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
go for it. Reckless or just normal?
Just normal.
Okay.
He's a 12.
12. You try and jam it in there, and you just have no. You're trying to kind of take the curved portion of the part and kind of get it up there, and it's just not working.
Wow,
Okay.
she's doing
That's your
well learn this
action.
rage.
You gonna do anything else?
No.
Ren, it's now your turn.
Oh wow! Can anyone guess what Ren is gonna do?
Punch it!
Yeah. How do you know? I think they both hit 24 and 22.
24 and 22 both hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch. Doesn't have a hunter's mark. Oh, I should have done that for bonus action first. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll let you do it.
Hunter's mark?
I'll let you hunt.
You hunter's marked first.
In the future, you gotta say it.
Yeah, my bad. Dice. Okay. 7 plus 9, 16 regular damage, and then I rolled 2 6s for hunter's mark, so 12 hunter's mark damage.
So
I've already forgotten what I said.
8
9.
plus 12. So that's
7 plus 9.
Is he
Right.
1 hit point left?
He's at 1 hit point.
15, 8. Yeah, so 20 damage total if you're having the physical damage.
Yeah. Okay.
God damn it.
Marone better hit this.
Come on.
Kick it, Moreau. Kick it.
Managed to hit it, and it gets kind of stuck in one of the legs, and it appears to be quite. It actually. I'm gonna do it. You watch as you kind of hit it from both sides, and the leg falls off, and now it's on its last leg. Okay.
Good.
Good job.
Sorry. Okay. Moreau's gonna attack.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Oh no. You rolled a 19, so just doesn't hit. Okay, Augie, it's your turn.
Kill this bee.
Is there a tool lying around? Can I just chuck a tool at him?
Yeah, you can chuck a tool at him. Looking around, you see that there's kind of like this, what looks to be kind of like the little blade of a saw. It's kind of dented, but okay, Ninja Star style.
All
All right. Roll D20 and add your strength modifier.
Oh.
No, that's a hot 8.
8. It goes wide. You're not really used to throwing things. You're more used to hitting things, and it's a very different technique. You use the wrist a bit too much, actually, and it kind of flies down kind of at your feet, and you jump out of the way for a second.
Shuriken?
Okay.
More like
All right.
shurikent.
All right, Tam, your turn. Unless, Augie, did you want to do anything else?
I don't think there's anything. I don't think I have a bonus action that I can. No.
Okay. All right, Tam, it's your turn.
You're muted. Alice, you're
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I apparently have some daggers. It says in my inventory. So I'll use a dagger and
You're gonna yeet the dagger.
I'm gonna yeet a dagger into it.
All right. Roll
Try
to
like roll to yeet.
so.
Why did I roll 2d20s? Natural 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. So again, you try to throw it, and you see you're very confident, and you just hear as it is just sticking in one of the wood posts nearby, and it's just.
So depressing. Just sigh and walk away.
Okay. It's gonna be the Blight's turn.
Oh no.
I should have healed you on that time. I'm sorry, Tam.
Yeah, it's gonna do both attacks at Ren actually because you managed to do a real good job at hitting it. Okay. That's a 2, so that's a 9.
No.
Okay, and then that's a natural 19 plus 7, so that's a 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that doesn't hit, Kate.
So that's gonna be 9 points of bludgeoning damage plus 5 points of lightning damage from its fist. So the first one you go and it kind of swings wide again as you back up and learning from its mistakes last time, swings a little bit harder out of desperation and clocks you in the face.
Ow.
Okay. Still up?
I'm still up.
Good. Okay. All right, Val, it's your turn.
I'm still in rage, right? Rage lasts for how long does rage last?
Rage lasts until you are. It's 1 minute. If you're unconscious and if you haven't attacked a creature or taken damage since your last turn, so you're fine.
Cool. So I'm still in rage, and
Yep.
I am going to try to do the same thing I've been trying to do the past 3
Okay.
times. I'm
Okay.
gonna whack it.
Are you gonna? You can do reckless if you want, and that'll give you advantage.
Okay. So hold on.
You just need to hit this shit once.
So
Just,
reckless
that's all we
is how much do I add?
Reckless means that you roll your attack at advantage, and also that means just if you any creature can roll with advantage against you for that turn.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna roll with
Okay.
advantage. Cool. Whap. That's 18.
Okay.
So, and then I roll again, right? Or no?
Did you roll with advantage for that?
I just rolled 1 die.
Okay. Roll again.
Okay. Come on, lucky dice, baby. Nat 20.
All right. It had 1 hit point, so go ham. How do you kill it?
I am, technically speaking, I don't know if you know this, Val has 2 scimitars, and I can use, I believe it's, no, go back. Sorry, D&D Beyond just clicked on something random, and I'm like, no, go back to my thing.
It's okay. You've got your 2 scimitars. What do you do?
I am going to basically just go up to this man, and I'm just gonna absolutely go ape shit on this man.
Okay. You all watch as Val lets out this aggressive scream and just begins to hack and saw the other arm that it had falls off. You cut off the leg and then finally finish taking the sword and slicing through the head, clean slice, and you see as this huge construct crumbles to the ground. And finally, you watch as the little tick in its neck, you watch as it and it just slowly stops clicking and everything shudders and finally silence falls in the workshop. And we're gonna take a break there.
Yeah.
You guys, oh my gosh. Whew. Good job. So we will be back in let's say 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can do 5.
Yeah. Let's do 8 minutes because then it'll be
Even, yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
See you guys.
We'll be back in 8
Bye.
minutes.
8, yes.
The story of our group begins at sea. An elven ranger called Ren and his human companion Nora the wizard had been travelling together for some time, whilst Oggy, a human paladin, was journeying alone. They soon met a cheery half-orc bard known as Tam, who was working on the ship. As the group began to make conversation, they heard a sound from below deck, and after some investigation, discovered a tiefling druid stowaway called Val. Suddenly they were alerted to a commotion above, as a number of passengers and crew began to climb over the side of the ship straight into the ocean, compelled to jump to their deaths by a hypnotic sea creature called a rusalka. The newly formed group banded together and defeated the creature. Upon reaching the city of Valashi, they began to explore. They met Mimi, an upbeat seamstress, and Tony, a Rakshasa sorcerer who owned an illicit store selling magical items. Illicit because only members of the local Magic Users Guild had permission to perform magic. Later that evening, the group attended a lively festival where Nora encountered a half-elf sorcerer named Gnarly. The evening took a dark turn where the group stumbled across a rotting corpse and were promptly arrested by the authorities. Unable to provide any information, the group was confined to a cell where they met a grumpy prisoner called Axel. Suddenly, the dungeon walls exploded inwards and everyone was broken out by the Thistlewinds, Axel's band of criminal friends. Now on the run, the two groups joined forces on a particular mission to steal a special vase from the mad wizard Giltree. Upon breaking into Giltree's home, they found a large beast called a quaggan guarding the vase. The sluggish creature called itself Fu and talked only in riddles. In frustration, Ren threatened Fu with an arrow, successfully prompting the quaggan to move out of the way, but he immediately felt guilty for threatening such an innocent creature. Taking pity on Fu, the group decided to help it escape the wizard's irresponsible custody. When the mad wizard returned home, the gang defeated him together, and Fu took his revenge by eating him whole. Val the Tiefling had a strange turn that caused her to be unusually aggressive towards the group, and made her eyes glow blood red. But it passed as quickly as it came. Our group then followed the Thistlewinds to deliver the vase to a mysterious benefactor. They were led to a spooky underground lair where they met the terrifying Black Widow until she was revealed to be Gnarly, the sorceress in disguise. The Thistlewinds were actually members of the Magic Users Guild, and Axel was Gnarly's twin brother in disguise as well. The events had taken place since the prison break, had been a test to see if the group were eligible to join the guild, and surprisingly they had passed. Our group were then told they could either face arrest and be sentenced to prison, or join the Magic Guild, so they chose the latter. They all then made their journey to the guild headquarters, where they were given lodgings and met other eccentric members of the organisation. The momentary peace did not last long, however. The gang awoke on their first morning at the guild to find Ren had left them, leaving behind only a letter addressed to Nora. He told her that she was free of any servitude she felt towards him and that she should continue on with their newfound friends. Ren was soon found unconscious in the garden, having succumbed to a dangerous disease known as a blackened dream, which could only be cured with an ether flower from the Feywild. So Nora, accompanied by Oggy, Tam and Val, journeyed to the Feywild via a special portal to bring back the cure. They met an ally named Carly in the Feywild who guided them to the Forest of Contrast, where they battled against 4 giant wood lice before finally finding what they sought. They returned to the guild only just in time to save Ren, who had been experiencing vivid fever dreams in a hell of his own. When he finally awoke, Ren and Nora spoke for a long time and we learned more about their history, and thanks to some very unsubtle eavesdropping from Oggy and Tam, the rest of the group did too. It was revealed that Ren is the youngest son of the Angaillan family, cruel nobles who had previously ruled over the northern city of Highgash, until they were violently overthrown some years before. Nora had been working as a family librarian at the time and helped Ren escape the night the Angaillan house fell. The pair had been on the run ever since and had fled south, as far from their homeland as possible. They were anxious to keep their identities hidden, and their fellow party members promised to keep their secret. The gang still needed to figure out who had cursed Ren with the disease that nearly killed him. He informed the group that before being struck down in the garden, he remembered an old woman approaching him who was not part of the guild. He also recalled from his fevered dream an elven woman with black skin and white hair who had said, "Find me where the land and the sea meet the north and the snow." After some intense research, they discovered that the woman might have been Lady Silverhair, a drow goddess of moonlight beauty, singing and dancing. Her chaotic evil brother, also known as the Lord of Shadow, was a drow deity of shadow magic and thievery. Both deities were involved in a battle among the gods. However, an important page was torn from the book, halting their research any further.
The group discussed the possibility of following the strange words of the drow goddess and travelling north, but they knew how dangerous it would be for Nora and Ren. As Ren grew more and more restless, confined within the guild headquarters, the group made the decision to take on a new mission. Their task was to infiltrate and disband an animal smuggling ring that had been active for about a year, selling magical animals on the black market. The group they sought was a 2-day ride away, so the gang travelled into Valashi once more to purchase horses, and through comically bad insight they ended up buying 2 giraffes instead. The group then began the pursuit of these smugglers. Ren scouted ahead to find the smugglers' camp, which included cages and cages of magical beasts in their sleeping form of the smugglers. Ren managed to unlock the cage of a great black stag named Moroth. However, the now awake smugglers ambushed the group and a brutal fight ensued that nearly resulted in the deaths of both Tam and Oggy. However, Values had abjured magic to change forms into a wolf and ruthlessly attack the enemies, assisted by the black stag. Yet Val did not seem in control of her druid form and also ended up attacking Tam, her blood-red eyes returning again. The gang eventually killed all of the smugglers except for a scout who they took prisoner and one other smuggler who escaped along with the group's 2 giraffes. Ren and Nora returned to the smugglers' camp to free the rest of the magical creatures, but one of these creatures, a harpy, flew back to where the others rested and slit the scout's throat. Determined to get the giraffes back, the group rested and then pursued the remaining smuggler. They came across an arcane doorway, and after some debate about how to continue, leading to some inner-party tension, they entered to find a vast underground cavernous city called the Underbrush. Just as they began to explore the city, they met a chirpy halfling barbarian named Neda, who was on a quest to retrieve her lost memories. With some difficulty, they were able to locate a large crystal in the centre of the city that had magical properties, which gave Neda her memories back. Once the group left the cavern, Ren stealthed back and touched the crystal himself, reliving painful memories that left him visibly shaken. The group then found lodgings and explored the city some more, and around this time they also settled on a name for their company, the TAVRN Alliance. While walking through the streets of the underbrush, Nora attracted a great deal of attention. Apparently she looked a great deal like the king's missing daughter Kayleen, who had been gone without a word for 2 years now. Brushing the stairs aside, TAVRN decided to attend a festival that was happening in the city. Tam and Oggy entered a race and tied in first place, while the others explored various activities and games. In an effort to discover more information, Ren showed the crest belonging to the dead scout to a citizen. The citizen then took the crest and left in a hurry. Soon afterwards, the king of the underbrush, Alistair, gave a speech to all in attendance. He had just been given tangible proof by way of a guild crest, the one Ren had put on, that his beloved daughter Kayleen had returned. Realising the great danger they were in, the group went back to their lodgings to decide what to do next, and after lots of debate and some singing in the rain from Nora, they set out on finding the smugglers' headquarters. After some investigation, they found 2 carts and rails leading to a deep cavern, and after fighting some goblinoid creatures and a fire monster in a dangerous cart journey, they made it to the entrance of the Smugglers Guild.
We are back.
Hello and welcome back. We got some nice refreshments. We got some chillaxing a little bit after that. We're all good. So, you guys just watched as the Boffin's Blight. Sorry, I just really love the name. The Boffin's Blight just crumbled and went down to the ground. And everything. What was that? You're muted, Jules.
I said no one's unconscious still, right? Everyone's up.
I think everyone's up.
Okay.
Is Nora still
Good
crouched in the
job.
corner?
Yes.
Dog?
Did you say dog?
I thought you said dog. I got excited.
Dog.
No dog.
Did you guys bring PB&J with you? You guys left him at the top, right?
We did not.
We left him with the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we left him with food and we
Yeah,
kind of
no.
Well, taking care of the windows are cracked, okay? And
the air conditioning is
he's
on.
in the shade.
He's listening to Toto. It's fine.
He's been trained. He knows not to go into random strangers' vans. No. Yeah.
Aw.
It was I'm not going to be like, oh, and you didn't specify you. So your dog's fighting this ancient red dragon. That dog is so cute. I think you guys would kill me if I killed it, so it will never die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is immortal.
He's an immortal dog. It's fine.
All right.
All right.
Anyway.
Wow. We're all over the place today.
Yes, we are.
The energy.
The being inside for so long, we're like, ah.
Yeah, we're like,
You know what's great? Let's just drink milk.
Let's milk a cow right now.
I'm going to go over to Tam, put my arm on her shoulder, and say, "Here you go, buddy," and I'm going to cast your things.
Okay.
You're welcome.
For how many?
Let's do second level.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Watch as Nora kind of pops up from the hallway and kind of handled that well. Good job, guys.
Yeah, slightly better than usual, I feel.
Yeah, that was a
death.
definite
Well,
improvement.
1.5. Yeah.
you get 16 points.
16.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Rolled really well for that.
Good.
now.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm. This was awful though, and I'm just gonna like have a look at. Can I like touch it and just sort of examine its
The
inner workings?
electricity, you kind of go to touch it and it's like and you're almost scared for a second, and then it's kind of like static electricity in terms of it. Like you get shocked and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Are you investigating it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I was also gonna say Ren would be looking for
Of course,
valuable things in it.
I assumed. So you can either
Would you like me
roll
to
advantage
also?
or
Roll each.
My investigation is +6.
so yes, both of you roll.
Okay, I got
That's
a
20.
5.
Yeah.
All
That is the 6th one of the session.
That's incredible.
Okay. 1 second.
So like
Let's
Tam
pull up.
starts to like rummage, but Ren is like out of the way.
So and you get as far as you notice that it's surprisingly warm to the touch. This whole thing, and it's not like enough that it burns. It's just like it's a nice kind of like it's almost like running your hands under warm water, in sense of like it's just like a little warm. It's or like when the TV's been on for a while and you go and feel it's nice and warm. It's actually still vibrating just a little bit. And that's about as far as you get before you feel Ren kind of like jostle you to the side.
I'm just picturing when like Dudley totally elbows Harry in the zoo.
Yeah, basically. All of a sudden, Ren, the glass falls, it vanishes and you fall through. But actually going around, you manage to see that this is the entire construct of this isn't just the outside. The inside as well seems to be made of almost scavenged parts and materials. Inside you find what was the mechanical mouse that you first saw, and it still seems to be functional. There's a little wind next to it, and when you place it down on the ground, it kind of whirs around and stands up on its legs and looks around a couple times, goes back down, and then whirs around again. It's a very advanced mechanism for such a small little thing.
Yeah, try and catch it.
I'ma keep it.
Yeah.
Joe, do you want to try and catch it?
Can I just catch it, or should I roll for it?
Make it. You know what? Make a dex. Yeah, just to check, just for the hell of it.
Okay. That's gonna be a 10.
10. You managed to just catch it by the little mechanical tail on the back, and you pick it up, and it's still whirring, not really registering that you've taking it off the ground, but it seems to be doing it. And it, looking at it, it actually kind of behaves like a real mouse, just in a kind of, it has diversity in its patterns of behavior enough that it reads as though it's a real thing. You also find a lot of scavenging through and looking for it, Ren. There is a lot of different metal pieces. There's some wire. There's a lot of wire. There's a lot of things of that nature. You also find melded into it, there's about 24 gold coins and about 37 silver that are attached in various forms and kind of stuck up, almost to plug up the holes in a sense, versus to form the actual mechanicness of it.
Cool.
There's not a lot of iron as well, but there's quite a few copper. There's a lot of these pieces seem to be made from copper and some of them from steel. So it's a steeled copper element. But there's also like basic stuff. Yeah. You're welcome also to, if you'd like to scavenge, you can get about, I'd say about 5 feet of solid copper wire. And there's also some steel plating if you so wish.
Okay. Do I remember if people use copper wire for spell casting, like Nora or Tam?
I believe, let me double check.
I think message.
I think message is
Yeah.
I don't know if it's copper wire or just specific wire. It's copper wire. It's just a short piece of
awesome.
copper wire.
Cool. I'll like take it and I'll cut it in half and I'll give some to Tam and I'll give some to Nora.
I take it. Think about the fact that none of my spells have a component of this, but then I don't say anything. I just put it in my pocket. Oh, thank you.
Nora kind of takes time and begin coiling it and wrapping it. It's like, thank you. I'm really bad at Nora, you guys.
Irish is just like American, but weird R's.
Yeah,
I go
weird R's. Drunk
Minnesota
American.
Scottish, and I don't know
You
why.
do Scottish. It's so funny.
I do Scottish, and I do
fine.
this weird Minnesotan, New York. I don't even know. I just hate it.
Oh my god,
You
can
sound
you just do Nora's like super like bada bing bada boom, like very New York?
Yay.
It's so good.
She has the aggressive short person energy for the Bronx. So.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Go get a slice.
Am I talking about Jess or Nora? Who knows? I'm so sorry. I don't know Jess.
As someone
I'm
who's
so
been
sorry.
to the Bronx, I can confirm this is in fact the reality.
Kate,
People
did you
from the
say there
Bronx,
was a...
please don't murder me. Yes.
Sorry, Kate, did you say there was another door in the room that is not the one that we came through?
There is there are the two, they're very large steel doors with, looking around, they're just basic, very, they have a little trim around the edge. It's just complete, just rectangles with bolts through either of them. And looking through the middle crack, you see a very thick, about 1 foot long kind of steel bar that is between the two.
Cool. So does not look like it's easy to open then. It's barred from the other side, is that right?
They're looking around, there doesn't seem to be any clear mechanism that will allow opening from this side.
Okay, all right. I just say...
Unless you use
Yeah. I say a bunch of like sort of magic words and then then I stop and then I walk back and I'm like, I think that's pretty, unless anybody's got a way to jump onto the other side. I don't know if we're going to be open that door.
Well, could you try knock?
Yeah, I could. Do we want to try just knocking normally, or
That would
Oh
work.
god, yeah. We're so bad.
Try, like knocking.
A little fun pattern, like a, you know?
it kind of reverberates. It's like a, and kind of hear it kind of, and you hear just like a simple like, actually, given how thick these are, never mind, you don't hear anything. You kind of wait a few moments, and then you just hear a huge, and you see the large bar kind of go into one side, and ever so slightly, you see this thing crack open. You hear, "Oh, yeah, hello."
Hi.
Oliver?
Oh, one second. Kind of close, and you hear, and then all of a sudden you hear, bam, as this door kind of slides, like grinds open towards you all with a surprising amount of force. And on the inside of this, you see a person stepping out. The first thing you notice is that there seems to be silvery gray hair that is jutting out in various places. You don't know whether from stress or just general. Oh, have I disappeared for other people?
I hear you.
I see.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay. So yeah, you see silver gray hair jutting out in different directions, steely gray eyes on this baby-faced man with a nubby nose and coke-rimmed glasses that are kind of with little magnifiers attached that seem slightly too large, and he kind of pushes them up onto his face. He's wearing a button-up linen shirt and a long buttoned and quilted vest that goes down to around mid-thigh, and underneath that, corduroy brown pants that taper around the ankles. He's wearing functional leather boots with wire instead of shoelaces that are kind of snaked up and tied in a kind of intricate array and mess. He has a yellow mustard bandana around the neck that is covered with various stains of sweat and what you perceive to be oil and dirt. Across his waist is a leather belt that is weighed down by several pouches, tools, and there's a large cracked pocket watch that dangles loosely from his side. Hi. And he kind of slides out and closes the door behind him, kind of standing in front of the door, and goes, hello. Hi. Sorry, you said Oliver. Sorry. Yes, I'm. He kind of extends his hand. He goes, yes, I'm Oliver. Hi. Nice to. And kind of looking around. Sorry. Have you guys seen Timothy?
I look back at the thing that we just killed. Was he quite large?
Oh, yep. Yeah. No. That's Timothy. That's. Oh, it's okay. It was interesting. He started to I built him, and I about like 6-8 months ago, and he was fine, and then all of a sudden this I don't know, he just kind of started electrocuting, and then he got really upset, and so I just went in there, and I'm not gonna say I mind very much. I was able to do lots of work and get lots of stuff done, and I appreciated the break, but after a while it was starting to get, I was in there for like about 2, 3, maybe 4.
4 weeks?
Maybe it was
4 days.
Maybe 5.
4 hours?
This is such a self-isolation mood.
I mean, I'm not gonna mind. I got a lot of my work done, but it was starting to get a little jittery. So, very excited to be here. Sorry, I'm Oliver. Who are you?
Hi. We're TAVRN. We're an adventuring party, I guess you could say. So, if you've been in there for, you said 4 or 5 weeks.
Wait.
Days?
So wait. No. What is it? So you're half orc, or I don't want to suppose. I'm just. Yeah. Are you? You're
Tam is yes.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you two, and is pointing at Ogden, and he goes, you two are humans, and I'm sorry, the tall one with the silvery kind of black hair. I'm having trouble placing your. Where are you from? What's your?
You're asking me to tell you my race.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm grown. I'm a grown man. I'm a half elf. I'm a half elf is what I am.
Okay, cool. Good to know. And you're tiefling is my guess. Oh, that's very cool. Well, it's nice to meet you all. I'm sorry, there was a question I think in there somewhere. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I was just asking you if you were in there for 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 weeks, because...
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, and I'm sort of doubting that you have, but something has happened. Well,
yeah, you're talking about
specifically involving science.
Yeah. No.
No.
Yes. No. I'm aware of that. I've actually been looking at it. It's very interesting. It's really been affecting the space and the planetary alignments. It's really fascinating. My star map is all messed up now. I had it planned out for the next 3 years, and now I have to restart. It's been interesting. To say the least.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Lashy specifically has had an interesting time involving mean locks and lots of death. So we were actually sent by Nali. Do you know her?
1 second, and he actually is gonna barrel past all of you and head back up into the front area. And he's gonna get to the part halfway through the hallway, and he's gonna turn back around, running back, and he's gonna be 1 second. I just realized that, and he goes back into the room and slams the steel door for a second. And after about 40 seconds or so, slides back out, closes the door again, and goes, "Okay, now we're good. Let's go." And he runs up the stairs, kind of skipping 2 at a time, just.
He's great. He's amazing.
I'm assuming we're gonna follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you guys all follow, and you watch as you get to the top of the stairs. You see as he's run over and kind of jumps up and hits one of the side poles on one of the bookshelf, and this big, thick book kind of falls out, and he catches it. He opens it up, and he goes, It's spelled with an N at the beginning, or
Yeah.
and Valashi. Oh! And he closes it, puts it back up, and he goes, "Yes, okay, yes, I know who you're talking about. We're good.
How many people do you know?
Oh, a lot. I mean, you wouldn't expect it being out in the middle of nowhere, but it's nice. Yes. Okay. Yes. Nali with the Magic Guild. Past what is it? 14 years or so? Yes. Okay. Yes. Cool. Hi. What did Nali say?
What was the question?
What did Nolly say?
What was the question?
Oh, I didn't hear Oliver, and I can't see you, so I can't read your lips either.
Oh no.
It was
What did you say?
It was what did Nali say?
Oh,
It's ironic that the one with the lip reading feat cannot read my lips.
right. Well, we had sort of a broad mission to come and find you because you might be able to help us figure out what the hell happened and how to perhaps reverse it.
Oh yeah.
She said. I have some very vague notes here, and I don't really know how to translate
me
them.
too.
I was going to also ask what our mission was as well.
Yeah, I have mentioned something about people trying to find his work. He had nearly found something. I don't know what to do with that. I can't remember.
I mean, Tam says, you're a scientist, aren't you? Like a inventor?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. No, I try. I dabble with some things, fascinating, I think.
I think Nally was wondering whether maybe you'd have some kind of insight and on what's going on.
Well, I'm not super insightful, but I do know a lot of various things, so I'm sure that I can help. I have been working on a couple things, particularly with this thing. It all started a couple weeks ago. I noticed some interesting formational patterns in the stars, and particularly with kind of the animals talking around. And he kind of looks down and he goes, "My ink spilled!" And he goes over and you see where on the carpet there was kind of like the ink pooling, and he kind of pushes up his arms. And Ren, you would notice this, but you see around the top of his forearm, like just barely there's a small kind of almost like tattoo shape, but he's moving pretty fast, and so you don't necessarily make out what it is, but your passive perception's high enough that you just see it kind of peeking out a little. And he rolls up his hands and he goes, yeah, we're going to do it. And he takes his hands and starts using prestidigitation and kind of starts slowly getting the stain out of the carpet. And he goes, gosh, we got to be careful with this. I mean, this is Ozar the Pretentious's carpet, so he's not called that. Don't tell him that I call him that. He's Ozar. His title is something else. But
who's Ozar?
Ozar the Pretentious. What a guy. What a ham. He actually, he tried to make a boat that would allow him to sail across the sea in 3 days.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. No, he had all his money and he was like, yeah, we're going to do it. Didn't end well for him. But he's got good taste, and we got this carpet and we got this table. And you know what? They complement each other really nicely. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really pick these pieces out myself. He had the table sitting on it, and I thought it looked really nice. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to take it.
It looks lovely. I have a quick question.
Thank you. I worked really hard. Well, not me.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes?
This is a beautiful place.
Thank you.
I just remembered, Nali mentioned something about a distress call coming from this area. Was that you?
Oh, yes, yeah, because Timothy started freaking out, and I was like, well, if someone can do it. But, I guess that you guys came and answered that, which was pretty cool. It's been surprisingly radio silent. Nolly I get things not just Nolly, but I get lots of things from that kind of area quite often. And it's fine, it works, but I hadn't heard anything for a while, which, let me tell you, I was perfectly okay with, because they always send a message in the worst times. I'm right in the middle of something and then a message, and then I feel bad because they probably think I'm a bit cranky and grumpy all the time, and it's not my fault. It's just that sorry, I'm haven't had food in a little bit, I've just been going on coffee.
Oliver, so just to bring us back on track, Nolly said you might be able to assist us in, I don't know, helping bring back order to the current situation.
Which is what?
We've converged with the Feywild a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes. I'm sorry. Did you guys not know that? It's probably affecting things. I was very surprised you guys didn't know that.
We are very much aware of what's going on. We just were curious if you had any idea how to fix it.
I have 2.5.
All right.
Okay.
What's
I don't know.
best idea, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, they're not necessarily good ideas, but they are ideas. One would just be to somehow just I don't know, my half of the idea. Well, it's complicated because there's a couple. It really depends on the source. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I've been in that place for like 3 to 4, I think, and I need to go, get some food, stretch my legs,
Oh,
things of
yeah,
that
sure.
nature.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's my bad. I am so sorry, but I just I will come back. We will have this discussion. You are more than happy. And he kind of notices the couple of you that are kind of worse for wear, and he goes, I don't necessarily have any very healy things, but you guys are welcome to stay here. And he kind of is slowly inching towards the door as he says this. Don't go into the little place that I was in, just because I prefer if you stay out of my bedroom. But like, if you want to, it's no big deal. Just feel free to do whatever.
And should we just like knock for you tomorrow when you're all rested up and stuff?
No. I just need 2 to 3, I'd say like hours or so. I'll be back. I just gotta run some errands. I gotta see some people. Gotta do things. I will be.
Can I roll insight
Yeah, go for it.
on whether he's just gonna like fucking leave us?
Bitch.
That's a 17.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Okay. Over what? Which one?
I'm gonna do Snapchat.
Okay, thank you.
Should I just go get the cart while we're waiting? Maybe bring the cart here and the dog.
Yeah, then we should start bringing some stuff in.
Yeah, we sort of left everything in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's a bit exposed out there.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
you
come
guys
with you.
Yeah, and he kind of looks around and he goes, and pats around on his belt and he goes, here, and he gives it to Val and he goes, here's a key. Please don't replicate it, it's mine. Can't have people wandering into my house all the time. But here you go. If you guys feel free to stick around here, preferably, stick around here. Maybe inside, move your stuff, but then just stay inside. And yeah, it'll be fine. There's really nothing here. I'll even and he goes and kind of from one of the pockets in his vest pulls out a small turtle that has some intriguing, intricate metallic design all over its shell. And goes, he's Smock. This is Smock. He'll, just be here to keep you guys company. Promise.
Can I hold Smock?
Sure. Here you go.
You may not have guessed
kind of-
this, but turtles are my favorite animal.
I couldn't.
Yeah, so hands him to you and he goes, yes, if you need anything, feel free to look around. Please don't take anything. It's my stuff, and I worked really hard to get this stuff and accumulate stuff. So, but other than that, yes, there's a kitchen. You can feel free to eat food if you want from there. And just be in general. Please don't take my stuff though. That is my
No.
Not at all.
Is Smock an alive turtle?
Make a perception check.
Just dead turtle. This is yours now.
Perception 24.
Okay. You look at the turtle and you kind of look inside and you just see a very wide-eyed turtle. The beak is a little long, not too long that it's unhealthy, but just looks as though it hasn't had really crunchy food in a while, so beak needs to be trimmed down just a little bit with a carrot or two, but for the most part it's just in its shell. Just
I'm gonna pull out one of like Moroth's treat carrots and like give it a little bit of carrot.
Make an animal handling check.
Okay. 15.
15. So you go and take Smock and set him on the table and put a little carrot next to that. And it takes, like, while this kind of, he's in the background, you kind of hear Oliver still rambling, but you kind of transfixed on this turtle. Yeah. After, like, a minute or two, you see, like, the little head poke out.
Ren is so fucking patient, you don't understand.
And, like, slowly walks over and like starts to and like pulls it back a little bit and then bites a little bit more.
Have it. Ren has forgotten
turtle,
all mention of going to get the cart. Ren is just like,
Augie's gonna go get the cart while this is all happening.
I have the key.
What? Oh yeah.
I will go get cart with Augie while Ren is occupied with turtle.
Okay. Great. Yeah, just stay here. No reason to go outside or anything. Okay, bye. And he runs out
the
door.
minute he runs out the door, I'm gonna turn to Nora and be like, can you like track him? Or can you get Oscar to like follow him? There's just something off.
Of course, he's a great owl, so
he is. He's really proved his worth in the last few days.
The past few months, I mean, he's been with us the whole time. He's been
completely faultless. He's never done anything wrong.
All right, don't sass me.
No.
All right, and so we'll send Oscar out, and we'll just kind of be there, place a hand on you, Tam. All right, let's see. Okay.
I'm still going up with Val to get the cart. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Val and I are still heading up to go and get the cart. That's sad.
Okay. Make a perception check. Was that your way of saying like you want to also examine him, or you're just going to
I mean, we are going to get the cart stuff, but I would also like to.
Yeah. Are you following him or just?
If he's going the same way we are, actually, a little bit. I'll follow him a little bit. Like, I won't creep behind him, but I'll stay aware.
Roll perception and then stealth.
Okay. So Maddie, are you rolling as well?
Yeah. Why?
Because we're following him a little bit. That I got 2 4s.
Okay.
Let me add stuff. Hang on. Perception is gonna be 5, and my stealth is going to. Oh wait, stealth is at disadvantage. It's still 4. And it's gonna be
3
6.
4s in a row?
No. I have disadvantage with.
Yeah.
So 5 for perception and 6 for stealth.
Okay.
We got a hot 6 for perception.
Oh,
and
okay.
21 for stealth.
All right.
So I am so stealthy, but
great,
I can't
guys.
See
nice job.
So 3 figures So 3 figures are slowly trying to follow this one figure, and you watch as this kind of this house in particular is in a valley, a very steep valley on either side, and you watch as he kind of goes around and disappears behind one of the hills and is out of there. Tam, you hear Nora. She goes, okay, and he's going around the hill, and he's gone.
All right. What does Oscar's allies see?
Oscar is doing great. He saw him go around the hill and then disappear behind the hill, and that she's out of it now and goes like, because she's responding to you, but She was like, he's a crafty little bugger, you know, just able to get past Oscar's very perceptive owl eyes.
Yeah. It's not because Oscar shot the bed on this one or
No,
anything, right?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. As long as he. Hey, I'm sure it's nothing. He looked a bit jittery and obviously been down there for 3, so it must have been pretty difficult.
4, maybe
Or
5.
4, or maybe 4 even worse. Not like this.
He's a bit of a character, isn't he?
He is. I got the distinct feeling that, I don't know, he's a very complex kind of guy. I hope he comes back and doesn't just leave us.
He doesn't feed his turtle well enough, if that's anything.
Wait, is Red still with us?
I'm on the ground with the turtle.
Oh, yeah. Hello,
Okay.
buddy.
So
Are you
you
talking
guys
to me
go
or the
to
turtle?
get cart.
Both.
The cart is totally fine. You guys were gone for less than an hour, so really not that big a deal. And you come down and you park it next to there's a little alcove between the main front porch area and the garden. So you guys bring it down and park there. It's a very steep hill.
How's our boy PBJ doing?
He's good. You came out and he was actually flipped completely on his back, arms like completely sprawled. He found like a really nice patch of sunlight and was just sleeping there. Didn't even notice that you guys were gone.
That's the boy.
Best boy.
So you guys come back about 10 minutes later with the cart, entering through the front door with the key. What you see, by the way, because you guys didn't go through that area, there is a little indented nook with a small place for shoes. There's a small pair of shoes and then a pair of house slippers next to it. And on the other side, there is a coat rack with what appears to be like a nice dark leather black coat. And there is a pale blue coat as well, also hanging up. And then there is a bench in the corner that that looks as though it can be lifted up and have storage inside.
Weird question. Do both of the coats look like they fit the guy?
Actually.
Make a perception.
Sorry. 15.
One of them looks smaller. So, wait. Oliver is a pretty slender, kind of scrawny looking person, but this looks to be a bit made for this. The leather coat seems to be made for someone who's a bit shorter and stouter, kind of bigger. The pale blue coat looks distinctly feminine. So it looks as though it could fit Oliver, but perhaps not necessarily a style that, as you know him, Oliver to wear. Although you never know.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm going to point them out to the others and be like, looks like he's had guests.
Ren's going to go through the pockets.
Okay. Investigation check.
I love how this guy's like, please respect my personal property, and a bit like, fuck that.
16.
There's a hole downstairs too. What was that?
16.
16. Going through the leather coat, you find what appears to be like a loose kind of 7 copper and appears to be a long receipt for some iron shipment. It's not a lot of iron, just like a little bit of iron. Looks to be like almost plating or something. There's actually and also there's some basic groceries it looks to be made. So there's some hot peppers as well as you know, like and then there's some spices, there's like a little thing for curry spice, and I'm trying to think what else. Oh, there's also some zucchini, actually.
Oh,
That was bought.
oh, nice.
In the pale blue coat, there is a little thing of string that is wrapped into a continuous, it's kind of tied into a continuous thread of just some simple yellow string. And there's some lint, and there is a small, it's almost like a small coin. But it doesn't look like a particular coin of, it's not gold or silver, copper, or anything. It's a small kind of silvered disc. But it's not.
Looking at the coin, it doesn't look like the ones from the under place. The
Underbrush?
Growth.
The sigils?
Underbrush?
Yeah.
Underbrush.
No, this is much
This is really
smaller.
different? Okay.
It's you know, I don't know if this is very specific, but like Ben and Jerry's at the location I used to go to, they would offer you these little like fake coins that had like Ben and Jerry on either side, and you could put it into like a little vending machine, like a little bubble gum
like
machine.
like a
toy.
token.
It's like a token.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
Is there
Got it.
anything on it? Or is it just flat metal?
There is not. It looks as though there was something a while ago, but has since been kind of like worn down and is just a flat disc. Like it clearly used to have something on it, but has been worn down and just simple.
Can I think if like I've ever seen any of our spellcasters use things like this as like components? I'll like hold it up and be like,
make a history check.
okay.
It'd be really embarrassing if Tam's actually used this and she just doesn't remember.
9.
9? It looks like a coin, but that's about it.
Okay. I'll make sure to put everything back. And just be like, I don't know if these belong to the same person. They've sort of different style of belongings, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever met someone who has like a raw zucchini in their pocket, but like mad respect.
It was
sorry, no, it was on the receipt.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I
have the raw zucchini too.
It was a receipt. It was very. It was.
I can't believe you guys just went with that. The person's got a zucchini.
The purpose of the receipt was just to show that they got various things from a single store. So it wasn't just like, oh, they got multiple things. It was like they got groceries, and then they also got like iron.
This
They
dude
went
like,
to
just had, like, a
Walmart.
spice rack in his pocket.
Basically, okay, yeah. Basically, it's the fantasy version of a Walmart receipt in his pocket.
Oh, okay.
Here's a question that I have. If the coats don't belong to him,
Oh, not me. Okay.
then who do they belong to? And why did they leave them here? Or did they leave?
I mean,
Three-parter.
I mean, I don't think he'd leave us in his house with other guests and not tell us?
Guests or prisoners? How much do we trust this man?
I mean, he's very confused, but I don't think he's confused enough to like imprison guests.
Are we sure he's like good? He seemed real fucking shifty. He also doesn't feed his turtle well enough. So.
I mean, he had a giant robot named Timothy. I don't think he's mentally all right.
Also, Nolly trusts him. And I feel
it sounds like Nolly hasn't really talked to him for a while. Like, even if
You
she's
do
been checking
recall
in.
Nolly, when describing Oliver, said eccentric, and when you said like what kind of person is he, she said he's a person.
Yeah, so
She said like eccentric, kooky, not for everyone. Yeah,
so probably not. I mean, I don't know if she would have
dangerous.
sent us here without a warning if he was dangerous, right?
Yeah,
But she
I
also
don't
hasn't
think-
been. He might have changed. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I'm not the first person. I'm the last person to be overly cautious about anything, but he has been down here for 3 and things, or 4. And I
3 or
feel like
4,
people,
5.
I feel, or even 5. I feel like people can change in seclusion, and
Yeah.
I
And
don't
even
know.
before he was stuck in his room, right? It doesn't seem like, I don't know. Has he been alone for a while? I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe we should just do a little bit more snooping. I think that's where I'm going with this. Is we should do some more snooping.
Okay, can we like wait for 2 hours, or the amount of time that he allotted, but also snoop in that time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I want to
Go for
look
it.
in the room he told us not to go in.
Kitchen.
Okay. So you're snooping in that room first? Are you guys
Yeah,
all
but
snooping
first-
together or are you splitting up?
I feel like we should split up.
Split up and look for clues.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We do gay. Mr.
Scooby-Doo.
Gay. Oh my god, we have a dog too, guys.
Yeah.
One sec. I'm gonna cross some things out on this. I'm gonna cross some notes
Wait.
I have. And then I'm gonna
We
show you guys.
discussed this before.
Oh yeah, no, don't we have a
Wait,
picture
let
of
me
it?
find the picture.
Wait, I can wait,
We do.
of the location?
Oh my god.
Wait, did I send you
no.
guys a
No, we're talking about the
No,
picture
no,
of us as Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god. Okay, I was like, wait, how did I
Gilf was Scrappy Doo, that's what I remember.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Oh.
Val was Scooby.
Okay.
Good.
This is the top.
Okay.
This is the top tier, front tier. This has multiple levels to it, but this is the main area and it's all open. So, and I described that pretty intensely last session. This is the room. This is the room that you fought this in. That is the room that he was in. And then over here, there's some stuff over here.
Okay.
And
I messed up here, which is why I was like,
There it is.
there it is. We got Nora as Velma,
Oh my
Red as
God.
Daphne, Augie as Fred, Val as Scooby, and Tim as Shaggy, and Gilf
Okay.
as Scrappy.
100% accurate.
so Ren, you're going into the room that he was in first.
Yes, I will say, I will cast alarm across the door to like the workshop so that if anyone comes down here, I will know and I'll
Okay.
be able to like get out of there. I'll also be looking for things like that, like making sure I'm not tripping anything.
Okay. And your passive perception is 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Okay. So, going back into the room with Timothy and stuff, it's as it was before, nothing has changed. I'm going to need you to make a strength check to try and open this door because it is a very heavy steel door.
Well, that's a thing that I'm good at. Maybe I'll ask Maroth to try and help me. Is that a thing?
Sure.
It is
Maroth is with me
I'll
at
let
all
you roll with
times.
advantage.
Cool. Great. It's really, really bad. 9. I rolled a 3 and an 8.
Wow.
You try, both of you pushing, you realize actually you're trying to push for a while and you exhaust a lot of your energy and then you realize it's a pull door. So you start trying to pull it and
Oh,
it's
good.
just, it's not really moving very much. It doesn't seem to be magically enchanted in any way not to move. It just seems like a very heavy door.
Augie.
You can-
Augie. Just
Do
calling
I
for
hear him?
Augie.
I'm guessing that Ren's not being as quiet as Jules is being. And
Augie.
Okay, I'm gonna head down and be like, what? Do you need anything?
Your arms, please.
Remove them. Take them off.
Okay.
I need your guns.
I only have a sword and shield. Is that okay?
Just come down here.
Okay. So he goes down.
I need
Can you
your
help me with this duel, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. So,
Can I give him advantage by trying again?
Yes.
Yay.
If this doesn't work, though, then you guys will need to try a different tactic.
okay.
It's a pull, by the way.
Oh, it's a pull. Gotcha.
Mhm.
17.
17? Okay, it takes a little bit, but with all three of you pulling at this point, you kind of you manage to and kind of eventually glide it open. And just enough that not like enough that Maroth probably can't get through, but enough that you can slip through. It's a very
Cool.
heavy door.
Cool. Step over the wire on your way out. That's a thing. Just and thank you. Unless you want to stay. Do you want to stay?
Uh,
Oh,
Or were you doing something else?
not really.
Right. Let's snoop. We're gonna snoop.
Okay. So you walk in. The first thing you notice is the smell.
Good.
It smells like a mixture of musk and gasoline. You very clearly get the idea that he has been in this room for 3 or 4.
Or even 5.
Or even 5. It smells as though someone has been in this room for that long. It is covered and with absolute clutter. There is a huge pile in the corner that is filled with dirty plates and cups. And next to that, a small stash of what looks to be like some instant noodles, kind of, and like very much like college dorm room
Medieval
food.
instant noodles.
Yeah,
Mm,
like some dried
Yum.
noodles. There's a lot of dried. There's some dried meats. There's some basic stuff. It looks to have been pretty much gotten through, and there's a huge stack of plates and cups, kind of all stacked together in just the right way that it won't fall. It is the walls are covered with various pieces of parchment, huge things. Oh no, I'm sorry. The floor is covered with parchment with drawings, just feverish drawings in charcoal of different kind of blueprints. And there's one very large blueprint that takes up a lot of it that seems to be for some kind of ship. On the walls as well, there is chalk drawings up all the way to the ceiling as well. It is absolutely covered with kind of, it looks as though someone had an idea and just used any surface they could find. On one side, there is a small staircase that leads up to the side and just has more room that leads into just pretty much a hallway that's about 20 feet up. It's a very tall, large room. On one side, there is what appears to be a big sliding door that slides up and over. And in the center of this room, there is a huge construct of just a huge metallic looking thing that's currently covered in copper plating. It's difficult at this point because it just looks as though it's honestly just one huge aspect of something. There doesn't seem to be a big thing. In the corner, you find there is a thing of canvas, and there's lots of different things of gears and just very large parts that in the previous, with the workshop that you were fighting in, there seemed to be a lot of like smaller elements and smaller tinkering things. This seems to be a lot of almost like storage for very large pieces of metal.
Ren looks at all that, looks at the canvas, and goes
Okay.
back to look at the blueprint of. I don't look at it, like I just see it. And then I don't touch it. I go back to the room with the blueprints and I look at the one with the ship, thinking about the flying ship.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just try to see if that's what it is.
Yes.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm great at those. Oh, I'm actually okay with that. 17.
Nice.
It's very complicated. It's a very complicated blueprint, but looking at it, you get the sense that it's a ship. And it appears to have very large wings on either side of the ship.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, ship.
I wish I had a
Yeah.
to take pictures. I try to take a mind picture. With
Take
my mind.
Take a pic. Okay.
Cool.
So you try to capture it in your memory.
Yeah. Probably not gonna do much. Uh, there's nothing like distinctly shady in this room though. Yeah, it's just like magic ideas.
Make an insight check.
Make a shade check.
Can I mean, I'm with him. Can I?
Sure.
No.
Sure.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
18, but that's not a natural 20, so we'll
Okay.
go with that one.
I'll say it's not a particularly high DC. Looking around at this, both of you guys get the idea that it wasn't for any particular shady purpose that he didn't want you in this. It was more of it's disgusting. It smells disgusting.
Okay.
There are dirty things everywhere. Like, it smells gross. And you get the feeling that he was embarrassed by the mess that he was been living in. And it was more of just like a save yourself, don't go in there kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Ren is a little disappointed. Well,
You guys try to find dirt on my boy?
Always.
All right. Okay, so
Well,
while
it
that's
seems-
happening, what are other people looking for?
I'm gonna go down that corridor that we haven't looked down.
Okay. Going down that corridor, there's two corridors. So there's one. One second. There is one that leads in. When you immediately go down the stairs, there's one that leads into this room right here. Or there's also, going down this corridor, there is a diagonal. This is a mistake. That leads into other places.
I'll go the first one.
Okay. So you go down the first one and enter in here.
Yeah.
And you see what appears to be kind of a smaller workshop that is used for looking around. It is less of a mechanical kind of space, and it appears to be more of like a almost like a craft room.
Oh, nice.
There's various places that are set up for painting. There's like an easel in one of the corner. There's a couple canvas that are stored, and there's a huge section of paints that it's very, in comparison to everything else, it's very neatly set up.
Okay.
Um,
Number one, can I look for any of those like magic paints that make the thing, like the canvas, move? And number two, if I can't find that, can I find some polish and just like polish my penny whistle or something? Do something productive.
make an investigation check.
Oh my god. 6.
6.
6.
You don't. The magic paint, looking around, you can't seem to find any differentiation between the paints other than color. You're not quite sure. As for polish, there is not any particular kind of polish or anything. You do find what is the equivalent of kind of like sealant for painting, but that's about it.
Right. Nice.
There's also some embroidery section. There's also an embroidery section, so there's various like threads and canvases and stuff.
Cool.
And a
I'm
couple
just
of
gonna
embroidery hoops.
have a look around, see if I can discern anything about his like creative mindset, and then probably leave after like 5 minutes.
Okay. Make an insight or investigation.
Okay. Oh, 18.
For which one?
For insight.
Insight. It's intriguing because this part is so clean in comparison to the rest. It looks as though it hasn't been touched in a while.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
In comparison, yeah. Okay. Val, are you looking anywhere?
I'm looking to find the kitchen.
Okay. So, opposite of the kind of workshop area, you go down this place along this diagonal kind of location, and right there you see a very large kitchen. in the corner, there is an oven, and then next to some counter space, there's actually a very large window here. Oh, that is something. There's also a very large window with the paint and crafting room as well. Both of you notice that you currently know that you're under, like just under the hill, not enough to be in the Underdark or anything like that, but just like just under the surface. These windows are of a scene, and you actually, with the kitchen looking out, it's a very large window, and you see what appears to be almost like a coastal, like along the beach. And on the outside, you see kind of the waves moving and crashing, and you don't hear anything, but like you see there's grass in front of it, like a nice plain, and it looks as though it's like a nice beach kitchen almost. Like it doesn't seem as though you're under the ground in the middle. I can't tell.
Can we see? Is there a window separating the kitchen and the paint room? Like, can we see each other?
No.
Okay, sorry.
You guys are both facing. They're both facing that direction.
Okay, I got you. Sorry.
The one in the paint room, it actually is. It's of a nice river. Actually, is what you see on the outside. Like it's like in the forest area, kind of, and there's like a really nice, gentle babbling brook. Very nice.
Cute.
But yeah, there's a nice kitchen island and a sink and like a dual sink that is covered in dishes. All clean. They're surprisingly all clean, but they just haven't been put away. They're all just sitting in the sink. Like they're rinsed, but they're not washed.
I'm gonna almost snoop a little.
Okay.
Just like see what he got in his kitchen.
Yeah. So across from that, you see there are 2 rooms with doors.
Oh no, I meant snooping like around the kitchen, like seeing what he's got in his kitchen.
Make an investigation check.
I rolled my dice. $18.
18. What are you looking for?
Just like in particular, just to see what kind of spices he has, like, what he's got, like if he has a fridge type unit, like what's in the fridge.
Yeah, okay. There is a fridge and has a very extensive spice rack, actually. You see some curry, you see some dried peppers, you see there's some turmeric, there's a lot of very neatly organized spices. There is a fridge that looks to be of his own design. And opening inside, there aren't a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits and things of that nature, but it is cold enough that things can be stored. But it looks pretty cleaned out as of right now.
Yeah. And then can I be super snooty and see what kind of pans he uses and things like that?
There's a wok. There's a nice wok. And then there's a collection of pots and pans that are actually kept inside the oven. So
yes.
They're not put away anywhere nice. Like they're all kind of shoved into the oven.
Oh, no. I know. My kitchen's the same way. And all the pots and pans are just in the oven.
Yeah. There's also a sourdough starter. That's very, very... there's a lot of sourdough starters. Yep. Anything else being investigated?
Not in the kitchen. I'm just... Yeah. I'm done. Go back up.
Other than that, there's 2 rooms with doors that are closed. And then along the back, there is just a general kind of area.
Yeah. So probably after I would be done helping Ren, so there was 2 doors, you said? What would I have known?
I mean, you can look around. You guys have 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I'll probably look inside those 2 doors.
Okay. Opening the first door.
Airport's whole house.
The worst. Door, and what you see is a very, it's very, like kind of naturally, like a light brown painted walls, and you see a very large bed. It's about a queen sized, I'd say, and there's a dresser on one of the sides. It's simple furnished. There's a couple more paintings, lots of little kind of things that are gently decorated inside, kind of like this in the background, about that sparsely on all four sides. And there's two side tables hugging either side. And on one of the side tables, you see a small framed picture of what appears to be a young woman with blonde hair, plaited braids down either side, kind of wearing a simple pale blue dress.
Okay.
Hello, Joel.
Can we just say that Ren is with Augie right now? Does the pale blue dress look like it would go very well with a pale blue sort of coat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And how old is, so it's a young woman, does she look like, how young are we talking about?
She looks to be in her mid-20s or so in this picture.
Human?
Yep, human.
Okay. Does she look familiar? Like, have we seen like any pictures of her around the house anywhere else?
Make a
I'll just
make a wisdom check.
Absolutely not. That's gonna be a 4.
Not that you can recall. This is the first time you're seeing this young woman.
That's true.
I remember you describing a portrait in the main area, but maybe
That was an old woman.
okay. I had 2 questions. The first question is there like a signature for an artist on this one? Because I remember you mentioned one last time.
There is a signature in the corner, and it appears to be a similar signature of the Adeline.
Adeline? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And my second question was, can I tell like how old this portrait is? Like,
Ooh, make a
Good one.
make a investigation check.
okay.
We finally
Ren's been
found out
around
what
fancy
3 or 4
portraits
means.
Before. 17.
17. It looks to be pretty old, actually. You see in the corner, it's very well worn. It looks to be about, I'd say, about close to 100 years old.
Okay.
Fuck.
She was human, yeah. Did we get the race of Oliver? What race was he?
He looked human.
Okay. He looked human.
Interesting.
I mean, he's yes, he's human. Yeah,
He's human.
Okay.
yeah.
You can never be too careful with the
Sorry, no, I was like, sorry, I was trying to be like humanoid, but like, yeah, no, like human ears,
Okay.
human, yeah.
Does she look like the old lady in the other portrait? Like,
Make a wisdom check.
wisdom. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Looking at the eyes are the same. And
Okay.
looking at it, like the smile as well is the same, while the portrait above is there's a lot more wrinkles, a lot more age to the skin. This is the same person.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And just so the black
Go for
leather jacket. The black leather jacket was not Oliver's. We sort of decided like it didn't look like it would fit him.
No, it didn't.
Or it could have been his and he just lost weight. You never know. Could also be been thrifted. Like it doesn't appear as though it looks like it would properly fit his particular body type.
Okay.
Okay. I'm having thoughts, but I don't know. I'm probably like way off.
What are your thoughts?
Did I see the portrait before, or was it just Ryan who saw it?
You saw it, but you rolled a 4 to kind of recall. Like it was me seeing like if you connected the dots and you rolled a 4.
Gotcha.
So Ren connected the dots, but you didn't necessarily.
Gotcha. Do you think this is Oliver's room? His bedroom?
This space?
It looks too neat. Yeah.
It looks what? Sorry.
It looks too neat to be his bedroom.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of thinking, so this woman in this portrait, right? I think she used to live here. Because her coat, I mean, looking like this, do you remember the blue coat? It's like the same shade of blue as this. And then there's another portrait elsewhere in the house of her when she's older, and that just all sort of fits together to make me think that maybe she lived here at one point. This is really old, though, so she's probably dead if she's human. But that's an interesting thing. It makes me wonder if this is actually Oliver's house, or if he sort of inherited it, or if that was like his grandmother, or if he's, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. Like, does the bed look like it's been slept in recently?
Looking at it, it looks relatively recently used, but is cold and hasn't been slept in for, you're guessing 3 to 4.
Got it. So it is.
Or maybe 5.
Or maybe 5.
Okay. I'm gonna say, there's another door that we haven't looked at yet. Do you want to take a peek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, going into the other room, you see that this one is plastered with light pink kind of wallpaper with delicate details along the side. There is a small, about twin-sized bed, and in the corner there appears to be a trunk. And there is a small kind of owl bear, not small, it's a large owl bear stuffed animal kind of sitting on a small little chair in the corner.
So it looks kind of like a kid's room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's also looking up at the ceiling, you see those little like glow in the dark stick-on stars. And there's a little thing hanging down of a flying ship. Metallically made.
Shit.
So maybe that was his room. I don't know.
This is a kid's room.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
make an investigation check as well.
Both of us?
Sure.
11.
Mine is gonna be 12.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice. Does this bed look worn in or used recently?
Based on the rolls you got, there is a thin layer of dust that is covering everything in this room.
Mm-hmm. And are there any pictures in this room as well? Anything
There's a couple drawings on parchment that look to be made with like kind of like charcoals, and a couple paintings and stuff, a little finger painting thing. But
is there a signature?
there's a little scribble kind of thing, but it doesn't look as though
Not legible.
Based on the element of design of this particular painting and the scribble, you get the idea that perhaps this person signed it but did not know how to read nor write, so just kind of signed it. It's like a little scribble.
Well, I have a lot of pieces that almost seem to fit together, but I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, either, I mean...
Did he have a child that like grew up super fast, like real fast, or and was like a really talented artist, or is the artist someone that's not the person in the painting, or is the person in the painting the person that owned this room, or is that guy
Worst game of Cluedo?
I mean, we asked him if he was Oliver. He never told us that he was Oliver. What if that's not Oliver? I don't know anything.
So yeah, this is kind of weird. I